Welcome to another tarot tea time. This is my first time using some new equipment. We'll see how we like it. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I can see everybody's comments. Let me see. Well, I may have to postpone this and do it the regular way. Let's see. Okay. Well, we'll see how this works. But basically, this is our live tarot tea for the week. And here we go. The comments. All right. I'll figure this out. I promise. Okay. And we are going to be doing this a little bit differently this week because I wanted to include more images while we're talking about the news stories and kind of what's going on. So as always, you guys ask me any of your questions, whether it is about tarot or your birth charts. Beth Sparks. Hi, Beth. You were the first one in here. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? How has your weekend been? Over here, we have just been getting the house ready all weekend for having friends and family come in town for Thanksgiving. And then I'm so excited. One of my best friends is coming to visit from Dallas first week of December. So we've just been like in go mode over here at the house. How are you, Beth? Okay, guys. So we're oriented now. We're kind of getting our groove on. Let's go ahead and jump in. Let's jump into the stories. It's so good to see you, Beth, and I'm excited to talk about some of the latest tarot tea. Okay, so first, here we go. See, this is the new setup. By the way, let me know in the comments or in your messages if you guys like this or if you just want me to go back to the old way because it's about you guys. All right. So here is what has been kind of going on in the world of celebs. So Joe Alwyn, he was recently spotted, out and about at a GQ event. It's the Man of the Year Awards. He was wearing a leather outfit. As you can see, this is from page 6, the fashion section. Now, a little down low, on the down low here, I used to work in PR many years ago, and this to me is classic, like, we need to get him into the news. We need to get him circulating. We want his name out there. He needs to capitalize on some of this notoriety with Taylor just being so huge, with Travis and all that. But we don't want it to be about really anything. So we're going to do like a fashion thing. So, can't hate on that. Beth says, I'm good. Happy to hear you're doing well and getting ready for family and friends. Thank you, Beth. And I'm happy to hear that you're doing well too. It's so sweet. Basically, he was out and about. Page 6 says, there wasn't a lot of meat to this article. That's where we're going to do some tarot. But page 6 says that Joe Alwyn stepped out for the first time since his ex-girlfriend Taylor Swift started dating Travis Kelce, making his first public appearance in 6 months. I did not realize that Joe Alwyn has not been seen in 6 months. So good for him getting out there. Hey, we love Taylor, but we hope that Joe is, doing well in life as well. At the GQ Men of the Year Awards on Wednesday, the actor 32 walked the red carpet at London's Royal Opera House in a leather blazer buttoned over a white dress, shirt, and black tie. The Conversations with Friends star completed his look with black slacks and matching boots. Okay. So, it was a very whatever kind of piece. Of course, when I scrolled down a little bit, there was some stuff about Taylor, basically just kind of reiterating that the breakup was amicable and all of that. Again, this is a classic PR thing. Okay. And then the caption on this photo from the same article was, he smiled for red carpet photos. Let's just get an up close. This is his smile. I mean, can you blame him? No, I can't either. Like, this is not a big smile. I don't know how Joe's doing. We are going to do a little tarot pull to see how Joe Alwyn is holding up. So let's see. Good for Joe, no shade. Exactly. Right, Beth? I mean, we're all people. We all go through breakups. But okay, Beth, I will say this though. This got me going on a little deep dive. I jumped down a rabbit hole after this because I was like, well, okay. There was a little bit of gossip about him possibly dating like Emma Laird. I went down the rabbit hole. So I'm going to kind of bring that up next. I have some images to show y'all, but for now, let's just see how Joe is doing. This is his first appearance. Good for him getting out. Let's just see how he's doing. I'm going to pull this down a little so y'all can see the cards. Okay. How is Joe Alwyn doing? How is he doing? Guys, again, the tarot tea is talking. Sometimes the tarot is slow to heat up. Sometimes it just comes right out of the gate, just piping hot. That's today. Five of Pentacles, you guys. And this, this is sad. Like Beth just said, no shade to Joe, but we gotta call it like it is, as my grandmother would say. Five of Pentacles. This is just kind of feeling left out in the cold in a lot of ways, which makes sense. Sage Moon. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sage Moon. Yay. I always get so excited when I see like everybody that we all kind of keep, meeting up every week. I love seeing all of you guys, and Sage Moon. It's so nice to see you. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We're doing great, Sage Moon. How are you? I was just telling Beth I've been getting the house ready for company, so we've been busy. Babalu, I'm here. Babalu, we were waiting on you. No, that just rhymes. It's so good to see you, and we were waiting for you. You're the best. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The gang's all getting back together. So we are talking about Joe Alwyn. I was already telling Beth I'm trying like a new interface here so I can like have images up on screen during the live. Let me know what y'all think. If you like it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll go back to the old way. Okay, so we're talking about Joe. Now, the first card that we got for him, and this makes total sense because this is the first time he has been spotted out since the breakup. Except for that one little thing he did, kind of like a performance. But this is his first red carpet, his first PR event. And Five of Pentacles, this is feeling left out in the cold. This is kind of feeling like, you are out of the group, or maybe, and I can imagine that, right? We can imagine how you might feel if you were Taylor Swift's ex, and they dated for 6 years. I think it was like almost 7, I read in one article. So yeah, he's feeling a little blue. You can kind of see by his expression. But he's there. He's showing up. So, okay, this is the first thing. Five of Pentacles is also about career. So I think that he is concerned based on allegedly what this tarot tea is talking about. I think he's concerned about his career taking a hit because, he's not Taylor Swift's guy anymore. And as much as I think he doesn't want to identify with that, I think he also doesn't want to be disliked. So, okay, Five of Pentacles. So he's trying to get back out there. He's trying to make sure that people like him. So let's see what else we have about Joe. Yay. And if anybody has any questions you want to ask for yourself, or if you have any, things that you spotted like over the week, any celebrity things that you want us to talk about, of course, let me know as always. Okay. So the first one we got for Joe is Five of Pentacles. All right. Let's see what else is going on with Joe. Let's clarify his energy. And then we're going to see how he feels about Taylor now. Because I'm sorry, inquiring minds want to know. Okay. As I was saying that, 10 of Cups. This jumped right out. I initially was going to get more info about Joe, but then I, mentioned Taylor, and I felt a little spark, when I pulled this card. And I just know that basically, to clarify how Joe's feeling, it is about Taylor. If you even look, the person in the card has blonde hair. I think that this is him still seeing Taylor as his 10 of Cups, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. You know how sometimes when you have something or someone or a dream job, even anything that you've really wanted, and you finally have that thing or that person in your life or whatever it is, and you start to take them for granted, or the job for granted, or whatever it is. And then when it's gone, you are like, wait, what happened? And you finally see all of the positive qualities. I think that he's now seeing Taylor as his 10 of Cups, realizing that he wishes he would have worked harder to make this happen. And that's sad. That's a little sad. I hate to see that. I'm happy for Taylor. She's so happy, and I don't think that they were a good match. By the way, part 1 is already out of my Taylor's relationship deep dive, but part 2, that includes Joe, comes out next Wednesday, or this like this coming Wednesday. And guys, you'll see what I mean. Like when we look at his birth chart, there's a reason it didn't work out, but I don't think that he's realized it at this moment in time. Sage Moon says, loving this reading on Joe because I don't think people are looking too much into his energy. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of gone by the wayside because, and this is honestly, I'm starting to feel kind of bad for Joe. You know, the pendulum always swings back the other way. Joe, you know, he's a person and he has his insecurities, and looking at his birth chart and everything, you know, you see that I think he just doesn't want to be in the shadow of someone. And if you've ever been in the shadow of somebody, I have for sure, it doesn't feel good, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I just wish that like I could feel special. And I kind of think that that's what it was. And that's part of his journey. And I think he's kind of back to not feeling special. Even though he thought that being solo would kind of solve that problem, he's realizing that it wouldn't, you know, that it's about him. They have a lot of karma. So anyway, you'll see part 2. It clarifies some things. They definitely have soul connections. Both of them, Taylor as well with him. Sage Moon says, Babalu says, can't wait for part 2. Love part 1. Oh my gosh, Babalu, I'm so glad you loved it. That makes me so happy. Part 2 gets juicier. Part 1, I was like, we're laying the foundation. But part 2, we get into like the juicy romances that lasted for years and all that. Beth says, Joe and Shawn Mendes snooze on the best women they could have shared life with. Beth, speak that truth, honey. You know what? Yeah. I mean, and sometimes it's like people don't realize it until that person is gone. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get another card. Okay, let's see. Diane Oulette. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Hi, Brit. Hope all is well. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I hope things are going great for you too. Happy almost Thanksgiving to everybody. Yes. It's time to just focus on our gratitude. I wanted to ask about Shawn and Camila, why it didn't work the second time. Okay, Diane, I would love to do that. I know there was no I'm guessing that's relationship, with Jasper, but did Shawn think so? Ooh, that's a great question. Okay, Diane, let's pull that one next. We are going to finish up looking into Joe's energy, and then we'll get into those questions. I love those questions. Babalu, I think they both are young. Seems men need a bit more time to truly commit. You know, Babalu, that's a really good point that you bring up. I think that when people are a certain age, when they're younger, I do think that men can sometimes be slower to commit and realize that like this is what they really want, especially if it was like the first serious relationship, which I think for Joe, guys, I read somewhere that this was Joe's first ever girlfriend. And if anybody can verify that, let me know. But I read that like in an article online, you know, who knows if that's 100% true, but I thought that was interesting. I was like, that means something, you know. But I think when people get older, they know more quickly. That's been my experience. I don't know. Everybody's different. Okay. So to finish this whole Joe reading, I also wanted to I'm going to be a little messy. Okay. Next slide. Okay, guys. So I did this earlier today. I was looking at the Joe and Taylor of it all because I just can't stop kind of going in about this situation. And one thing I do want to bring up about Joe that I think is interesting. Sorry if you guys can hear that. Someone's like revving their engine outside. He has a T-square in his birth chart. And I mentioned this in part 2 of the episode that comes out Wednesday of the In the Cards and Stars podcast. But what I didn't talk about in that podcast is the fact that he actually has like his Mercury in Aquarius and his moon in Taurus and his Pluto in Scorpio. Now, this new moon that we just had in Scorpio, you know, a lot of people have Pluto in Scorpio, by the way, but this new moon was very transformative. It was actually around the 20-degree mark. So this being involved in his T-square is what kind of makes it more important. So I wanted to like show you guys this because I am not really buying what this article said about the breakup with Joe and Taylor. The more I look into the astrology, this is what the article had to say. It said that the relationship just ran its course. The insider explained at the time of their breakup, and this notoriously private duo who first kicked off their romance in 2016, they have not addressed their split since calling it quits. Okay, so nobody made a public statement, just a reminder of that. And Joe has not been linked to anyone new. That's not quite true. He was linked to this woman, Emma Laird. She posted this photo. So this woman, and I not to be weird, but I don't know, she's giving almost like a Taylor-esque vibe. They're both beautiful and unique, but I see a little bit of a vibe. That was his co-star, but there was a little bit of talk that maybe they had something going on and that could have contributed to the breakup. There could have been a little bit of cheating or something like that going on with Joe. So if we look at his birth chart, though, we see that he has his moon in Taurus, which makes him someone that really craves stability. So I think that when you get to know him, he seems really, really grounded, and like he's the kind of person that will just, be committed and just stay. And I do think that Taylor, having a Cancer moon, is attracted to that. But we see his Mercury in Aquarius, which is a little bit of an energy that this person could rationalize, like doing things that maybe would be going against his moon in Taurus. Because when you have a T-square in your birth chart, it basically explains where you have inner tension. And I just had to point out and show you guys this because I think it's really interesting that where he has inner tension is with his moon in Taurus, which is huge for your relationships romantically, his Mercury in Aquarius, which is what was conjunct Taylor's Venus sign, and the Pluto in Scorpio. It's not surprising to me that he is finally like showing his face, coming out, being out and about, at an event right around that Scorpio new moon. So I do think that he's launching his comeback tour in a way. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Wanted to show that. So yeah, let's get one more card and then let's move on. Would love to know y'all's thoughts. Let's see. Kaio says there's no shot she moved on that quickly after 6 years. Let's be real. She's seeking for revenge on Joe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kaio. Whoa. Shall we ask? Okay. I can see why you think that, and you might be 100% right. I mean, I just know what these tarot T cards are telling me, but I will say the birth charts are pretty interesting. I keep saying this, you just got to see part 2. I looked at Joe's chart with Taylor's chart and then Taylor's chart with Travis's chart. And guys, it's shocking. It's actually shocking. Like, it clarified a lot. But I definitely think that it's tough to move on so fast unless it's been dead for a long time. Let's see. Kaio says, yep, total rebound. Exes flaunt when they want to make someone jealous. That's interesting. I could see that. Sage says, yes, bingo. Sage, okay. Sage is on board. It kind of feels like she's wanting this relationship to be really public, to rub salt in the wound. Ooh, you guys are really spilling some interesting tea here. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if y'all are right. Let's ask the tarot cards. So is there an element of revenge or rebound energy coming from Taylor? Is that true? Is that at least part of the motive for her, like, flaunting? 10 of Pentacles. Let me get a clarifier. Okay. So guys, this is allegedly, for entertainment purposes, what the tarot said. I can totally see y'all's point. But according to this reading, the 10 of Pentacles is the card of like abundance and like happiness. This is material abundance, but it can also be like, it's really material. It's like feeling like you're finally happy though on like a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Like you're excited about life because you feel so abundant. 10 of Pentacles. And then the Devil card is, in this case, it's like being like devilish, like a devilish grin, or being like so just excited. You're like living life full out. It's like taking advantage of everything life has to offer. That's what these two cards are. So I would say, I don't know, we're not getting anything about Joe. Doesn't mean that y'all aren't right, but anyway, that's interesting. Let's see. Okay. Diane says, I think Taylor hasn't healed from Joe. Babalu has a devil. Yes, the little devil emoji. That's right, Babalu. Sage Moon can't wait for part 2 on their chart readings. I can't wait for y'all to see this. I'm gonna premiere it live so I can be on and we can chit chat about it because there's a lot there that's just interesting. I think we'll have fun talking about it. Coyote, she's already admitted to scheming in her past songs. That is true. That is true. I love this. So fun. It's very fun to speculate. Okay. Other things that I found online that I want to pull a card on. And then I promised Sam we're going to circle back to the Shawn T. I went a little too far on pulling all of these, but it was interesting. I just got sucked in and I was like, I want to know. And I waited for you guys to pull any cards or do anything. So the whole thing with Joe, he's an actor, he's a professional. And I think that his heart, being that Taurus moon, there's a part of him that's stable, that's grounded, that's trustworthy. And then he has Mercury in Aquarius, which means that he can detach mentally if he needs to. It's an air sign energy. And then Pluto being there and Scorpio in that T-square energy means that he also could seem, I feel like, very different depending on the situation. Scorpio is very secretive. So there could be a side of Joe that was always kept separate from his relationship with Taylor, just based on this T-square. And he has had like a little bit of controversy, so these are the people that the controversy has been about. And I just want to pull a couple cards. Both of them have been named Emma. Okay, we have this whole situation kind of right before they broke up. Apparently, he was spending time with this girl while they were on set, and then she posted the photos hanging out with him. They're very innocent photos, but this was from Emma Laird, the model that was his co-star. She's also an actress, but she posted these photos, and they were friendly, but people thought it was interesting that she posted them after the breakup was announced and not before, in the month that it happened. She posted them like almost like a later gram type of thing. And then Emma Laird, this is the one, okay, that people were kind of speculating that maybe something happened on set. We're going to pull a card on that. And then, okay, Emma Stone. Now, before anybody is like upset about this, I've just got to say, I know, and I did the reading, I know that Taylor and Emma Stone have been friends for a long time, and that's beautiful and amazing. However, I also think that it would be very hard to stay friends with someone and be as close if while you were dating, they filmed this scene, okay? And like other scenes in the movie The Favorite, where Joe co-starred with Emma. All right, so apparently they're still friends or whatever, but I did come across a post that Taylor Swift did talking about this premiere. It was back when it was coming out. This was in 2018. I actually came across this post while I was researching for the podcast, for the part 2 podcast I've been talking about. So I was like looking at, just kind of going back, and I saw this post, and basically she was talking about how Joe's in the movie and so is Nicholas Hoult. But she didn't mention Emma being in the movie, even though supposedly Emma's the one that introduced her to Joe. Is it a huge deal? No. But if my best friend were in a movie, or if your best friend were in a movie with your significant other, you would also post about them being in the film, right? Unless you felt a little weird about it. I don't know. I just think the Emmas, there's a little bit of something going on with the Emmas that seems a little off. It's interesting. They're both named Emma. I don't know. Let's pull a card and see. I'm curious. Let me know what y'all think. I know that was, kind of talked about at the time. And Joe also did a lot of interviews talking about if Taylor was okay with the scenes, like the sexy scenes. And he said that she's fine with it. Maybe she is. I don't know. Sage Moon just puts the teacup. Exactly. Exactly, Sage Moon. We're going there tonight. We're feeling a little spicy. It's the week of the Scorpio new moon. We're feeling spicy. Okay. Let's talk about Emma Laird first. Let's pull a card about Emma Laird. Was there any truth to this situation? Joe and Emma Laird. Was there any truth to what fans were speculating about Joe allegedly having some sort of relationship with her that contributed to his breakup? Okay, the Strength card. Let's get a clarifier. That does not automatically indicate anything one way or the other. Let's clarify that Strength card. Why the Devil card again? What? Oh, guys. Okay. No. Okay. One more clarifier, then I'll Then I'll just have to spill it. Oh my gosh. It's not looking good. Beth says, OMG, it's not looking good. Oh man. Okay. Guys, allegedly, how many times can I say it? Allegedly entertainment purposes only. We're speculating here. Here's what the tarot T has to say about that. Okay, strength card. This is Taylor coming through. She had to, in her mind, she felt like she had to remain strong for the relationship. She needed to overcome any doubts or whatever. And she stayed strong. This is very clear. She stayed strong. We have the infinity symbol above Sophia's head in our Golden Girls tarot deck. The infinity symbol means, that this person is going to be steadfast and remain in your life no matter what. That was her intention. She had every intention of staying with Joe, being by his side, being strong for their relationship. She did not foresee this breakup at all. Now, we have the Devil card and we have the Six of Cups card. This is going to indicate, yes, something was going on. Now, because we have the Devil card and not just the Six of Cups, this is emotional though. This is an emotional connection. But because we also have the Devil card, I have to say that this is indicating, yes, something actually did go on. And it was because there was a romantic connection as well. I forget I have my little things up as well. So yeah. So all the fans that were speculating that something happened, this is confirming that. Kaio says, in a song, Taylor mentioned questioning if he was having, what? And he'd advise her to trust more freely. I speculate she thought he was involved with Emma Laird and others in the past. Oh my gosh, Kaio, that breaks my heart. But thank you for sharing that. Wow, that's very interesting to know. That's why all of her friends unfollowed him in April. Yes, you're so right. I forgot they did. Remember after she went to dinner with like all of her friends, and she went with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and both unfollowed him like right after dinner, and people were kind of speculating about that. Wow, Kaio, thank you for bringing that up. Great points. Beth, damn. Okay, and then let's pull one more card about the other Emma. I just think that's interesting. And Emma posted that photo of Joe in March. Oh, yeah. Wow, Kaio. Yeah. The Traumageddon Project. In your 30s, you don't... Oh, God. Wait, hold on. In your 30s, you don't have time. Seriously, you got to let go and move on quick. Oh, about Taylor. Yeah. You know what? Traumageddon Project. That's making sense. So I personally had experience with this. Now, my husband's a little older than I am. And, but I was in a serious relationship before I got with him, and I never thought I'd move on this quickly. I moved on. We got engaged in 6 months. We've been married now, coming up on our 3-year anniversary. And I'm super happy. Never been happier. Like, feel so loved. And it's like night and day from my past relationships. No shade to anybody from the past, but when you find your person, you just do, and you just know it, and it just feels right. So that's why I think that I am one of those people that can see Taylor. I'm like, I can see that. I've seen that happen. So Traumageddon Project, great point. And I think when you're in your 30s, you do move on quicker, Beth, congratulations. Oh, thank you, Beth. That is so sweet. Thank you. Oh, yeah, January 15th, our 3-year anniversary is coming up. That's so sweet. Okay, so we got a yes. Let's see about Emma. Now, Emma Stone, this one was particularly weird, to be honest, because they were friends for such a long time. There are photos of them, being friends and having a good time when they were like, I don't remember how old they were, but they were in their 20s. They looked younger and like just cute. Like they've been friends for such a long time. They've kept their friendship kind of, behind the scenes. Not a lot of people even knew that Emma Stone and Taylor Swift were friends, but they were. And they might still be, I don't know. But people grow apart for a variety of reasons. But I will say this, in 2018, when Joe, even if you're a professional and you use an intimacy coordinator and all of that stuff, I just think that it would be very difficult. And I also do have a background in acting. I think it would be difficult not to have some sort of jealousy or have a spark of some sort with someone that you're playing that type of role with. Like, we're all human beings. And when you're in the moment like that, so let's just see. Let's just see if anything happened. and what happened. So let's just see what the cards have to say. I'm nervous for this one. This one's making me nervous. Page of Swords right off the bat. This is not good. So this is definitely someone who has like motives. This is immature. Pages in the context of this question. Beth says, I think no on Emma Stone, but let the cards speak, right? Exactly. Let the cards speak. So Page of Swords is immaturity. And this is, somebody who's very ambitious. So this would be like the intern at the company, backstabbing people because they want to make themselves look really valuable. So that would be like the kind of energy that this Page of Swords brings. So let's get clarification to see who was being Page of Swords, who was backstabbing, who was being immature and blinded by their, desire to get ahead, be famous, be successful, whatever that is. This is someone who is not afraid to go behind other people's backs to get what they want. Page of Swords. It's not good. I do not like this energy at all. So let's see. Let's pull a card for Taylor. Let's pull a card for Emma, and let's pull a card for Joe to represent each of their energy in this situation. Then we can see who the Page of Swords was, who's the mole. Okay, first Taylor. Taylor's energy in the situation. Aw, Four of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, makes sense. This is feeling like, look, I mean, it's kind of sad. You're like dejected. You're kind of sitting by yourself, like just kind of waiting for, I guess waiting for Joe to come back and hang out with her, waiting for him to come back from set, being preoccupied. This is a worried energy. And because it's Pentacles, I feel like she was focusing a lot on her career behind the scenes, trying to stay busy. But this is a sad feeling. This is not feeling happy. This is definitely worried. So Taylor was not the Page of Swords. I'm happy to see that. Sage Moon. Taylor's a Cancer moon. Me too. So no judgment. It can be hard for Cancer moonies to let go of what feels safe and familiar. I definitely question how she lashes out with her music, though, almost immaturely. Ooh, Sage Moon. That's an interesting dimension to bring to it. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, definitely. Cancer is associated with that sixth house of home and like family nurturing, coziness, mom and dad. Yeah, that's interesting. Great point. Great point. Babalu Joe, Sage Moon, not the mole. Okay. Okay. So Taylor's the Four of Pentacles. I think in the situation at hand, she was not the Page of Swords. But Sage Moon, I can totally get where you're feeling Page of Swords energy, especially in the song she wrote when she was younger, right? When she would have been, when we were all pages. We were in our teens and early 20s. Okay. So now let's get Emma's energy, and then we'll do Joe last. What about Emma? What was her energy in the whole situation, the whole scenario? How did Emma handle the very awkward situation of, having to have love scenes with your friend's significant other? How did Emma handle the situation? How did she show up? Guys, not another Emma, not another Six of Cups. Okay, Tarot T's not going easy on us this week. I said I wanted to do a deep dive, but I got it over my head. This is crazy. So I feel like the Emmas, this is so weird, but I feel like it's a repeating cycle. I think that Taylor went through this several times in her relationship. One of you guys mentioned that she, was it Kaio? That she has worried many times about Joe, being unfaithful or maybe getting attached to his co-stars that he was having all these sexy scenes with. This is a yes card. This is showing that, at least on Emma's side, that, whether she meant to or not, she did develop an attraction. This was Six of Cups energy. I think that she wished that he, was her significant other. I think that she had developed a huge crush, and obviously Taylor would notice that, whether anything happened from it or not. Wow. Okay. I need a little sip of my drink, and then we're going to see Joe's energy. But I'm telling you, I had a feeling in my gut. Beth sipping and spilling tea. Penny, oh my gosh, hi Penny. Penny, hey Sage, I made it, but I'm also watching the Bucks game. LOL. Penny, I get it. Lawyer Moog is downstairs watching watching the KU game. I get it. In this household, we got to do both too. It's so funny. It's so good to see you, Penny. We'll understand if you don't comment as much because you got the game on, but it's so sweet to have you in here. Okay, let me catch up with y'all's comments. Kaio said she also mentioned that he didn't want to get married. Ooh. So I think it's another motive for seeking revenge. I could see that to prove that if he doesn't want it, someone else definitely will. In her most recent song, lyrics. Ooh, Kaio's bringing the lyrics. Yes, Kaio. I wouldn't marry me either. A pathological people pleaser who only wanted you to see her. Ooh, oh my gosh. But what? Okay, wait. I'm going to let the tarot talk. But like my first response and thought was like, because I've had horrible ex-boyfriends, who will remain unnamed, and I felt like that before, like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I just want to be seen by this person. But really, sometimes it's because they don't really pay attention to you, and then when you get in a relationship where you do feel seen, you're like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like. But wow, Kaio, I think she could do both. I think she could be in love and she could also get a little bit of joy out of finally feeling seen and maybe being like, good, I'm glad Joe sees it, whether that's healthy or not. Let's see, Diane, when you didn't heal before you get into another relationship, usually you miss the honeymoon stage. Oh, wow, that is interesting. You want to rebound so quickly. I'm sure Taylor still has feelings for Joe. It takes time to heal. Very interesting, Diane. Very interesting. Yeah. I could see that, guys. I think that that's a very balanced perspective. Okay, let's see. Sage, Penny D, nice. Nice to see you too, Penny. Oh, we got, speaking of Lawyer Moog, he just came in here for a second. Hi, and so did Dolly. Dolly. Sorry, guys. Guys, I'm alive.
Come on, baby.
I mean, she could stay, but she'll sit. She'll be good.
Ahead 20 to 16 and a half.
KU's ahead?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, see, I told you, Penny.
Come on, Dolly. Let's go. Come on, Dolly.
She wants to stay. Okay.
Dolly.
Take her because she'll start chewing stuff.
Let's go.
And I can't stop to.
Thank
you. Love you. Sorry, guys. Cute little interruption. I mean, if you're going to have an interruption, at least it was precious. Okay, so. All right, let's get back into the vibes. Kaio got the receipts, Whitney. Yes, Sage Moon. In Peter Man's voice. Peter Mon's voice. That's hilarious. Aw. Oh my gosh, Penny, you have a white Siberian. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. Okay, Beth, stop saying X. It was a lesson learned, and trust me, I have learned. Haven't we all learned, friends? They came to celebrate with you. They did. Babalu, they did. So sweet. I love them. Okay. That's just an example of moving on fast and it working. But again, everybody's situation is different. All right, let's see how Joe felt about the situation. So he was put in a weird position. Let's see how he felt about the situation when he was on set with Emma Stone. She was in Six of Cups. Taylor was in Four of Pentacles energy. There was some sort of Page of Swords happening. Let's see who Joe was in the scenario. Ooh, okay, Ace of Pentacles. He felt on top of the world. Wow, this is like things are really working out for me. So this was actually a time in his life when he was filming The Favorite, which, that was like his biggest role to date. So we're not really getting like a romantic vibe here from him. We are getting Ace of Pentacles energy. This is in comparison to Taylor's Four of Pentacles. She's worrying, kind of stressing, trying to bury herself in work and stay distracted. She's spending a lot of alone time, but he's Ace of Pentacles. He's actually focused on his money and his career, which makes sense because The Favorite, I don't think it did a ton for his career long-term, but I remember that was the first time I ever saw him, saw his name on the big screen, anything like that. And Emma Stone, huge star, very well known. And I think that he saw this as his ticket. So based on these cards, I'm going to say he was the Page of Swords in the scenario. I think that he was allowing the attention from Emma Stone. I don't get that he had like really like deep feelings for her or anything. I think that's why he like stayed with Taylor. Nothing really happened, but I think she had feelings. She had intention. She wanted there to be something. There wasn't, but it was still hurtful for Taylor. And he was just focused on his money. And he was like, I will do whatever it takes. Fill in those gaps however you'd like to. Yeah. So not the best. We didn't get it wasn't like a wholesome feeling. Okay. Yikes. Diane, I've been okay, when you guys are saying RS, do you mean relationships? That's what that means, right? RS in my life. LL, worked with mostly women and heard it all. Oh, yeah. Dan says, I have seen some things. Not just the photos. He. Beautiful dog. Thank you, Diane. She's got a beautiful spirit. She's just the best. Same Brit didn't know who he was until Taylor, right? Yes, Emma Stone is married now. But in 2018, when The Favorite was being filmed, I don't think that she was married yet. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, wait. Oh, we had questions about Shawn Mendes. Let's get into those questions. All right, I'm going to come back to where you guys requested that so I can answer all the questions. Let's see. You guys are bringing the good tea tonight. I love all these weigh-ins. Okay. Okay, Diane. I wanted to ask about my lip gloss. I wanted to ask about Shawn and Camila. Why it didn't work the second time? Okay. No, there was no RS. I think that's relationship. Yeah, that's really okay with Jasper, but did Shawn? I think so. Let's see. We'll do a similar style of reading. That seems to work really well when we're trying to figure out like what's going on. A lot of situations at play at the same time. We'll go ahead and take this down since it's not about. Oop. Still learning the ropes here. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. Why did it not work with Shawn and Camila the second time around? Diane, such a good question. Such a good question. Ooh, the cards are that was weird. I kind of like lost my balance with the cards. I tend to think that means there's like a lot of energy about to come through. What happened? Let's get the overall energy of what happened. What went wrong? Okay. Ooh. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Now, the 9 of Wands in the upright is about feeling like you can finally take a rest. I would say in the context of this relationship, it's a passionate relationship that you feel like you guys have gotten to a good place where you can like feel settled, feel comfortable and confident in the relationship. The fact that this was in the reverse tells you that it was kind of the opposite of that energy. Like the desire that both people had was to be in that settled energy, to be like, okay, we have passion, but like we're finally settled in. Like this is the second time around. Like we know that this is right. This is, you know what I mean? Like having that safety in the relationship to where they can just take a breath. And in the reverse, they didn't have that, which is strange because you would think if you get back together with somebody, after breaking up, it's like this isn't a new person. Like, what went wrong, so like if you're trying again, hopefully it's in the context of being like, we're going to fix what went wrong and we can rest. We can feel safe with each other in this relationship. Yeah. It was like, they couldn't find the trust. They couldn't get back into a groove. It was like, there was still so much insecurity on both sides. Okay. I just got goosebumps. Confirmation. Okay, so let's see if Shawn thought that she was with Jasper. Did Shawn think that she had a crush on Jasper? Something was going on. Kind of similar to what we were just reading about Taylor and suspicion about the Emmas. Did Shawn have that kind of feeling about Camila with Jasper, her producer? Whoa, 3 of Swords in the reverse, though. Okay. Now, Three of Swords is a card about heartbreak, right? In the reverse, it's like it already happened. I need to clarify that. Oh man, that's not good. Like allegedly, for entertainment purposes, no, not good, guys. There was something very weird about what already happened though. Hold on, let's see. Something already happened that broke his heart. Justice. Okay, since we're talking about this being the second time around, I want to say that, getting this Three of Swords in the reverse is indicating that the first time around, he felt heartbroken because he did have suspicions. Getting this in the reverse, though, talking about the second time around, means that this time he didn't think that. He did not suspect her being with, Jasper or whatever. But this card still coming in means that there was like a lingering heartbreak on Shawn's part. There was a lingering feeling of being heartbroken. And then we have the Justice card, which is all about karmic balancing, which I got this for them a long time ago. I got the Justice card a long time ago for both of them when I did a reading about how they're doing now after the breakup. It was definitely like a few readings ago, but I distinctly remember getting this card because I thought it was so interesting that they both got the Justice card, like rebalancing both of their lives, but like separately. So this is why it didn't work out. It didn't work out because they both needed to find justice. They both needed to find karmic balance. And for whatever reason, their life lessons, they couldn't do that with each other. It just has to do with their life path. So I'm not really getting that the second time around, there was anything other than the fact that like this really just wasn't meant to be. So this is just like an overarching energy. It's like they couldn't get settled because it wasn't meant to be. They had to find their justice, their balance, their partner somewhere else. The fact that it's coming through like this, though, I really like it because it's giving this feeling of like closure and clarity around both of them. Whereas in past readings, there was still a lot of like sad feelings and like, hurt. Even Shawn, Three of Swords in the reverse, he's over it now. But this is just talking about what happened. Interesting. Oh my gosh. When the tarot tea is just like giving clarity today. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got to catch up. You guys are saying some interesting stuff. Kaio, you're spot on about Emma Stone. The lyric in Lover 2018. Kaio, you have so many receipts. Oh my, this is amazing. Wait. Lover 2018. It was released. I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you. Kaio, I will never get over this. I will never get over this. Oh, 1000%. And you know what? Taylor being a Scorpio rising, she knew. Her intuition, you can't help but intuitively know. Just ask Penny. She has a Scorpio moon, just like I do. We know. If you have Scorpio in your big three, you know things you don't even want to know. You're like, I wish I didn't know that. I wish I didn't pick up on that feeling. Babalu, I wondered if Emma and Andrew Garfield were twin flames. Ooh, that's an interesting one. We can pull some cards on Andrew Garfield and Emma. Damn, Kaio, that is great. I know, it really is. Agreed, Beth. Okay, Connie says, Shawn is a sweet, introverted guy who isn't made for the cruel industry and Hollywood. All the judgy comments are strange to me. Aw. Beth, Shawn wants to be the superstar. That's right. He's a Leo sun. Totally wants to be the superstar. I agree, Beth. They all want to be. That's why they became celebrities, Connie. Connie? Yes, very true. Very true. Agreed. Thank you, Beth. T. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Okay, let's see. Diane, so why would he be heartbroken from the first breakup if he was the one that broke up? Well, I want to leave it where it is and not like dig in anymore because, Diane, usually I would. Usually I'd keep digging. You know me. I'll just keep pulling cards. But the way that it ended with the Justice card, it was like, it felt like, especially because we've gotten that in the past for them, it felt like all is right with the world, like all is rebalanced. And I didn't want to like dig into, I don't know, it didn't feel right for some reason. But I think maybe heartbroken because even if you break up with somebody else, like let's just say, allegedly, he broke it off with her because he didn't feel like, she loved him enough. And maybe he thought that she liked other people or, whatever. There have been suspicions about all kinds of stuff. Maybe he felt something weird or he wasn't getting a certain thing that he feels like he needs. Even though there was a lot of great stuff about the relationship, maybe he broke up with her because he already felt heartbroken. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe his feelings were hurt to the point where he was like, I can't keep showing up in this relationship. It could have been something like that. So just because one person breaks up with someone else, it doesn't always mean, I don't think it always means that that person did it with joy, right? Sometimes they're still hurt, but they do it anyway because they feel it's the right thing to do. Or they feel like they need to move on. Okay. Kaio, she knew for sure. Totally. Penny says, yep, confirmed. Scorpio Moon sis coming in with the confirmation. I love it. Okay, Stage Moon says, question. After Emma and Andrew, would you mind looking in on Cassie and P. Diddy? She sued him for, yes, I saw that. Said the lawsuit one day later. Yes, Sage Moon. Absolutely. We're always on the same page. I actually have a little slide of that. We will definitely do that after. Okay, so let's see about Emma and Andrew Garfield. They were in Spider-Man together. Very cute together in Spider-Man. They dated. Yeah, they seemed cute, didn't they? Let's see. What happened with those two? I also thought, have you guys seen Amelia de Moldenberg from Chicken Shop Date? There is this one interview that she did, or I think it was a couple of different interviews she's done with Andrew Garfield, but it was in one TikTok. And they were kind of flirting. It's so cute. I know that, I don't know. I was just when I saw that, I was like, they would be so cute. The way they have this banter. Anyway, just throwing that out there. What happened with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, though? Let's just see. Right off the bat, 5 of Cups. Crying. This is someone who has 3 spilled cups, but 2 cups left. Okay, so this is indicating a lot of just hurt feelings. What caused those hurt feelings? Let's get some more info. Penny, we know. That's right, the Scorpio. We know. And you can try to talk yourself out of your intuition, but when you know, you know. Let's see. Connie, my guess is talking about Shawn. My guess is he didn't want to break up, but he couldn't handle the emotional roller coaster. Connie, well said. Well said. 100%. Yep. Okay, so there was 5 of Cups energy with Emma Stone, and I'm feeling like that was her. Okay, yeah. So Emma Stone was sad. Why was she sad? Why was she sad with Andrew Garfield? What happened there? I have seen some of their interviews when they were doing the press tour for Spider-Man, and they seemed very cute. They seemed like they really liked each other. They laughed a lot. It seemed genuine. Like how Taylor and Travis seemed genuine. That seemed genuine. Why was she sad? Queen of Cups. Whoa. This is major feelings. She was allegedly, for entertainment purposes, she was in love with him. I mean, this was wow. This wasn't just a flirtation. This wasn't just a crush. This was Emma saw him as Andrew Garfield is this is the complete package. This person is right for me. I am Queen of Cups. I'm going to show up as my best self. I'm going to be emotionally mature. I'm going to do everything I can to make this relationship work because I feel so strongly about him. Oh my God. See? Gosh. Okay. And then what happened? What happened with Andrew Garfield? Why did he not want to accept the Queen of Cups energy? Sage Moon, aw, I know, right? Sage Moon, cool. Thanks for looking at all these energies. Anytime. Thanks for being here and asking all the good questions. And bringing all y'all's tea. You guys have so much good info. Oh, you guys are really, okay. You guys have good stuff here. Okay. Andrew Garfield, why did he make Emma Stone sad when she was in Queen of Cups energy? Andrew Garfield. I believe he's an Aquarius sun. I believe. Oh, okay. Felt some strong energy there. 5 of Wands. Ooh, no. Don't tell me. This is typical. Guys, this is typical Hollywood F-boy energy. 5 of Wands is competition. Wands is passion. You know what I mean? Like attraction, all that. Yeah, he just wanted to basically entertain other people. He was enjoying his life. And they were both very young at the time. You know, not judging, just saying from her perspective, this is very sad. Because she was like, I'm ready. Like, I love you. You're the one, whatever. And then he was like, but I'm having fun. Like, that's nice. But like, this is fun. I'm having fun with you. But I also have a lot of fun when I go out with other people and I'm like on the town and I go to red carpets. I like to flirt and like all that. So it was, yeah. And that made her really sad. Wow. So it's kind of like a classic scenario that we've kind of talked about already, but that sometimes will happen where like, I feel like as, you know, as women, a lot of the times women will know, they'll be like, okay, this is right for me. And when a guy is younger, they're like, no, I want to date around. So yeah, that checks out. Okay. Now let's see, Sage Moon. Babalu, wow, I thought he was into her too. And this is the weird thing, Babalu. He was into her, but he was just like not mature enough to the point where he didn't feel like he had already dated enough people and like been out there in the world enough. Like he felt like he still had more like dating to do and more living to do. He wasn't ready to like settle down. But I think he had a huge crush on her. He had major feelings for her, but he just wasn't ready for what she was ready for. Kind of a common theme. Yeah. Good tea. Good tea. Babalu, good tea. Okay, let's see. Sage Moon's question. Okay, the P. Diddy thing. Let's talk about that. Okay, that picture. Okay, we can talk about Hailey Bieber a little bit if you want. We can also talk about some influencer teen a little bit if you guys want. I was just pulling up different things, but okay, here we go. So the backstory on this, you know, and again, allegedly, all statements here made, just my own opinion. But we heard about, you know, Cassie and Diddy. She accused him of, you know, doing a lot of terrible things. Horrible. If you want to look it up, there's a TMZ article about it where I got this image. And she commented and she stated that she said, I decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control of. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. So they did settle. And, you know, he's going to be able to walk free. They're not going to go to court. None of that's going to be happening. So I am going to do a reading on just P. Diddy in general, because I've actually heard a lot. And if you guys are into like the blind items and stuff like that, which I feel like, you know, if we're here chatting about this, you guys are probably on the same side of TikTok as I am. But I've seen things over the years about people saying that like it's just a matter of time before someone's going to call out Diddy. They said this in blind items. I've seen this on TikTok. I think Dumois has said it many times, that people have written in and said these things. So when this came out, honestly, my first thought was, wow, all of those blind items, all the times that I heard this mentioned, there was some truth to it. That's what I think, you know. So let's see. Let's just do a reading on him, you know, and this is such like a, you know, a sad situation. I hope that Cassie is okay. You know, and my heart goes out to anyone who's been a victim of anything like this, any sort of abuse. Like that's just horrible. So, and however they wish to settle it, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's not guilty or that he is guilty. You know, it doesn't. Settling is just the choice to move on. So, and resolve things as best as you can. So let's just see. P. Diddy. What is his energy? Oh, this card, guys, do you see this? It's literally just jumping out. Okay. We are obviously taking this Strength card. Interesting. just jumping all over the screen. The strength card for Diddy. Okay. Let's get clarification. Why would we get the strength card for him? The Lover's card. Ooh. Well, and they were together. I need more clarification because this is such a sensitive topic. I don't want to just like spout off until we have the full tarot tea story here coming through. Ooh, okay. This is weird. 9 of Pentacles. All right. Now, in this scenario, because I'm just asking about his energy, we have the Strength card, meaning that he's holding strong. He feels fine, to be honest. I don't think that this is weird to say, but I think he's at a place where he isn't really feeling my husband with the that's funny. My husband with, oh my God, KU's up 27, 16 in the third. Okay. He's got the T on sports. So we have 9 of Pentacles, and this is him taking care of himself. It's almost like somebody insulating themselves. Strength card. If you have these two, you're untouchable, basically. You know, like we've all heard of like FU money, right? This is what's coming through. This is saying like, I am protected. I have enough money. I have enough lawyers. I have enough, all of the things that it takes to be able to like insulate myself and protect myself. From his perspective, this is like his vibe. He's basically saying like, I'm still going to be here. Like I'm going to be fine. The Lover's card indicates that this is more of a yes card in this scenario, saying that like this scenario happened between lovers, between people that were linked. Let's get one more clarifier. Oof. Tana Brooke. Yes. Yes. I wanted to pull some influencer tea today too. Beth. Yes, these males keep thinking that the grass is greener elsewhere, but truth is it grows where you water and nurture love. Beth. Yes. Say it again for the people in the back. Penny says, well said, Beth. That's right. Very well said. And you know what? In anything in life, I've learned that the older I get, anything in life, the grass is green where you water it. Wow, Beth, that is just, yes, 100%. Like whenever you wish that something were different, it's like, you got to realize what you do have. And yeah, that's so good. Love it. Love it. Okay. Sounds like his ego is in overdrive, Sage Moon. Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. In overdrive. Penny has the Bucks score. There you go. All right, Lawyer Mug, you've got someone. Penny's going to give you the tea on the Bucks game. All right. Beth, Brit, that is truly tragic. Diddy thinks that it is, isn't it? Kaio, guilty. Yeah, I heard it's getting resolved and he's just going to pay her the 30. Kaio, was it 30 million? Wow. I did not realize it was what? Okay. And we all know. I mean, we don't know, but we know, right? Like you're not going to pay somebody $30 million if there isn't and I'm not the lawyer in the family. We could bring Lawyer Mogan after the KU game if we want to get his opinion. But in my humble opinion, I don't think that you are going to give over that kind of money unless you've got a reason, something to hide, whatever. Kaio says yes. Oh my God. Connie, oh, more women are coming for Diddy. All right. Well, he's going to need that strength then. Ugh, gross. What a sleaze. Ishani, hi. Oh my gosh, hi, Ishani. Welcome. How are you? Yay. I'm so glad you're here. Ishani, we were talking about something dark, then you popped in. Now we're feeling good again. It's not good to see you. Diane says, yes, he was alone for a long while, I think. He may have casually dated. I never felt that was a total reason. I always thought, okay, Shawn's problems were his insecurity and his mental health. Yeah. He's talked about that a lot, Diane. That's a really good point. Really good point. Beth Sparks, not enough money, in my opinion. 100%. She deserves unlimited money for what, yeah, exactly. For what she had to go through. But to him, a business person like him, he's not going to give that away. I mean, that's significant for anybody. There's got to be a reason. Poor Kim Porter. She never got to tell her truth either. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Sage Moon, his lawyers put that $30 million figure out there when she gave him the heads up about writing a book. But I think their settlement is sealed from public record. But of course, ew. Wow. So it makes sense that he's, the cards were talking about him trying to insulate himself with money with his team. You know what, Kim Porter, you're right. She didn't get to tell her truth either. I hate that. I never do this. Well, I did this one time when I connected. This is so strange, but I connected with my dad, like when he passed away. I'm not saying that we can connect with Kim Porter, but we can connect with energy. And let's just see, because she never got to speak her truth. Let's just see if anything comes through. Let's just see if anything comes through from her, or for her, from her angels, guides, positive energies. Let's just see. Because she didn't get to speak her truth, and that's not okay. So let's see anything about Kim Porter. Oh, Nine of Cups. So she's in a better place. That's really sweet. Okay. Yeah, Nine of Cups. This is just being completely happy and finally feeling like you've got your cheesecake and all your chalices. And this is a very heavenly, beautiful energy. So I know that took a little bit of a turn, but that's nice. That's nice. So Kim Porter in a good, positive, in a better place. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm not going to mess with that. That's nice. Back to Diddy and his scummy ways. Let's pull a couple more cards to see if will more start to unfold? Will more accusations be coming forward? What's gonna happen there? The Emperor reverse. I love it. Oh, I love that. Okay. The Emperor in the upright is like the supreme, powerful, egotistical person. This is like the CEO and when the Emperor is coming through in this energy, I'm getting the negative side of the Emperor, right? This is someone who's like a tyrant. The CEO of the company who's making people do stuff that's not even their job, talking crap about people, being horrible, just Emperor, thinking that you were the supreme boss of everyone, and just being a child. So this indicates his past energy. In the reverse, this shows that he's going to be knocked off of his Emperor throne, and it has taken a very long time. But if you listen to the song Karma by Taylor Swift, it will totally describe what's coming through for what P. Diddy has coming next. I wonder what personal year he's in numerology. Here's another little fun fact. And I've talked about this before, and in our numerology live, we talked about this, but all of us at the end of our year, when we start to, wrap everything up around the holidays, around this time, sometimes last lessons will come through that help us to close out a year. And then at the same time, the beginning of new lessons and what's to come for the following year, we'll start to get a little bit of an inkling of what's to come. We'll start to see signs of what we can expect coming next, because it's the energy of your new personal year starting to come through at the end of the old year. The fact I am going to look into Diddy, what personal year he's in, but it's very possible that based on this reading, we are seeing this happen at the end of the year because it's indicating what's to come for his next personal year. So that's very good. I think that this Emperor is going to be knocked off his throne. That's good. I like that. Sage Moon, throwing him off his throne. Throw him off that throne. Bye-bye. See ya. What is Britney up to these days? Okay, Penny, let's see about Britney Spears. All right. Great question. Ooh, Connie says, I was right next to him at an awards show and I got a really bad feeling. Energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie. Connie, you just had a pit in your stomach, it was your intuition. It's one thing. You always got to listen to that intuition. Ugh. Creepy. Creepy, creepy. Hope you had fun at the awards show, though. That sounds pretty cool. Okay. I lost my train of thought for a second. Nope, I got the chills really bad. Ooh, Connie, that is so creepy. Oh my gosh. If you're getting like physical chills, you know, like you got to get away from that person. Okay. Penny wants to know about Britney Spears. Let's just check in on her. That does sound cool. Yeah, the part, not about being by Diddy, but the actual award show sounds really fun. Did you meet anybody else, Connie? Did anybody give you good vibes? Wait, what? Connie, and I was excited to meet him because he was much bigger back then, but I walked away. The rest of the show was fun. NAACP Awards. Interesting. Well, good for you. I'm glad you had fun. But you walked away. That says a lot, right? Like if you walk away instead of walk towards somebody that you were excited to meet, that's for a reason. Good job listening to your intuition. Okay, Britney Spears. How's she doing these days? She had her book come out. You know, she's had a lot going on. She finally told her truth about Justin Timberlake. But now it's kind of like the aftermath of all that, right? The dust always settles, doesn't it? So how is she doing now? You know, she's divorced from Sam. Like, what is next for her chapter? Curious also about her personal year. Actually, the personal year, I'm starting to realize that really does define your eras so deeply, and it can give such good information. But in lieu of that, I'll see what the tarot tea is on her. How's Britney doing? How is Britney Spears? Queen of Pentacles. Okay. She's feeling healthy, wealthy, and wise. I love this. She is in Queen of Pentacles energy. She's feeling good. She has money. She's really in a good place as far as just feeling like she has the ability to provide for herself, be independent, and make money, which I do think that is what leg of her journey she's on right now. I think that she's had a lot of romantic love. I think she's had a lot of attention and all of that. And I think at this point in her life, what she really wants, not that she doesn't want love and all of that, but I do think her main focus right now is feeling like she can take care of herself and stand on her own 2 feet, which makes sense because of how long she spent under the thumb of other people, not getting to enjoy her own money, not getting to make her own choices about her own life. But that's turned around. She's in the Queen of Pentacles energy. She feels very self-sufficient. She feels like finally the queen of her own castle. And this is good. This is really good. I just got goosebumps. Regardless of whatever else is going on, right? There are going to be layers and things that we all have to work on. But overall, she feels more Queen of Pentacles of her own life energy than she has in a very, very long time. So I like that. That makes me happy. Okay. Ooh, I got great guy. Okay, wait. We got some tea here. Sage Moon. Oh my gosh. Connie, that's intense. That is intense. Agreed. Connie, I got great vibes from Beyonce. Oh my God. I love that. I love Beyonce. 4 energy Virgo. Hard-working Virgo vibes. She was so sweet, smiling, and waved whenever the audience screamed her name. That is so cute. A lot of stars. Ignore the fans. Oh, Connie, that's so good to know. We already love Beyonce over here, but now we just love her even more. Glad you still had a good time besides that. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Bay came through to cleanse the energy. So true. Agreed, Sage Moon. Sage, by the way, well spoken from the sage, the wise one, but also one who cleanses. Okay, Connie, yep, totally. Queen Bay, I'm a Virgo like her. Oh my God, Connie, I'm a Virgo also. Virgang. Okay. Oh, Babalu, can you check in on Ashton and Mila? That is interesting. You know, speaking of when the dust settles, right? They had that huge situation come up around the Danny Masterson trial. Again, same thing. It's like, that's kind of social media, right? It'll blow up. Everybody will read about it. And then it's like, where do we go from here? You know, it dies out and a new story takes its place. Babalu, great question, because that is a very real thing that happened. And you know, them being seen as supporting somebody writing those letters to the judge. Ugh, yuck. In defense of Danny Masterson, that was really bad. So let's see what's up with them. Yikes. I'm sure they're hoping that it all goes away. But go Brittany. Yes, go Brittany. D, yay. I hope she keeps being happy. I do too. D, that's so sweet. Penny says that's great. Love that for her. Coyote, that's right. We definitely, she deserves happiness. Oh my goodness. We're just all sitting here, good vibes. Jules, Diddy used to date someone I know. Ooh, interesting. Definitely not a nice person and a control freak. Jules, that is such interesting tea. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that, Jules. Ooh, a control freak and not a nice person. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right. Let's see. Ashton and Mila. Ooh. Not the devil card again. What? Why is this devil card coming through every 2 seconds? Guys, they are very much in an energy, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. They're in an energy of looking out for their own best interests. This is such a gross, in the context of this question, this is such a gross answer, because when someone's in devil energy, when it has to do with like, you know, a moral thing or something that they said in the public eye, in the case of these two, basically they did something behind the scenes for Danny Masterson, who was convicted of horrible things. And then in public, they were like standing with victims and doing charity work and all this stuff. But behind the scenes, they were very much not being who they say they are. And this devil card energy basically is talking about how they're the type of people that really will say whatever they think they need to say, regardless of who they really are, how they really feel. It's a very fake energy. It's like, I guess, like the definition of like being like performative, right? Like you're going to act a certain way on camera. Okay. I don't like that. That is very, very yucky energy. I mean, for lack of a better word, that is just yuck. Wow. Wow, Babalu, it's not giving good vibes. And I just got goosebumps too. Yuck. Okay, wait. Beth says, yes, her book was eye-opening and heartbreaking. It was. Praying for her and healing. 100%. Praying for her. Oh my gosh, yes. Connie, yes, and she's beyond gorgeous. Babe, she is gorgeous. Stunning. Oh, yay, Virgo Nation. Love it. Yes, Connie, Virgo Nation is here, alive and well. Ha, let's go, Virgo. Station, I love it. Okay. Station, Earth signs. Yes, Earth signs. Babalu, gross. It is gross, right? We don't have to pull any other cards on them. I think we know. I mean, that kind of said it all. It was basically like, if you thought that they were just saying that for the cameras, they were just saying that for the cameras. So that's Mila and Ashton. Let's go back to the Tana tea with Brooke. We'll do a little influencer tarot tea. We never really do that. I thought that'd be fun. But before we do that, Beth wants to know about Diddy and Ty Dolla $ign. Are they still friends? Let's see. Let's pull a card. Let's see. Is Diddy still friends with Ty Dolla $ign? Two of Wands, looking to the future. That's interesting. Let's get a clarifier. Looking to the future. I want to say yes, but let's get another clarifier. Four of Swords, healing. Huh. Okay. So I don't know what Diddy and Ty Dolla $ign's friendship has been like in the past, but basically this is saying that they are in a place of healing their friendship. I guess they had a rift. Something happened between the two of them. There was a point where they were not good with each other, but Two of Wands, looking into the future together. Wands is like with passion. yeah, I feel like things have changed and their relationship is healing. Ugh. So I guess even bad people have friends. Yikes. But yeah, they weren't doing well, and then now their friendship is in a good place. And they're like looking to the future, planning things for the future together. So yeah, I would say they're good. Um, interesting. Okay. Let's do a little bit of the influencer tea. Okay, let's go back over here. So there's a podcast called The Canceled Podcast with Tana and Brooke. A lot of you guys have probably seen it. You know, it's really popular. Tana Mongeau is a huge YouTuber. She's had, you know, kind of a controversial past. You can just do a YouTube deep dive and get 1,000 videos about her, right? But her relationship, her friendship with Brooke, which by the way, I do want to just side note, Tana's backstory is really, really heart-wrenching, heartbreaking. I will say this, hats off to her. It's amazing that she came through her childhood, you know, in a way where she is a businesswoman, has built something for herself. Many people would just crawl up and just cry and never, you know, move forward in their life. She's been through so much. So we will give her that. Definitely give her love, all of that. But in recent years, she's shown more maturity and she's been very public about things she's gone through. And she started this podcast with her friend, Brooke Schofield, who just seems like a very lovely, sweet person. A lot of people online love her. She's a very supportive friend, but she's also more sensitive. So I brought up some of their birth chart information. I was very curious about how these two podcast co-hosts get along, and especially in light of how they finally are having, you know, some dramatic things come up. On the last podcast episode of Canceled, episode 60, Brooke was talking about how she has a birthday coming up. She was born on November 26th. So she is a very early season Sagittarius. And she's more of an introverted person, even though she's a Sagittarius. And, you know, she was talking about how she really wanted her friends to be there. Her friends were saying that they weren't going to make it. They were kind of poo-pooing it. They were saying, we're busy. We'll make it up to you though. We love you. And they were making light of it. And she abruptly ended the podcast episode. A lot of people online have been speculating that there is some sort of beef brewing between the two, that the podcast, which went on a hiatus, you know, not too long ago, and it's just now been really coming back strong. People are wondering if they are going to break up, if the podcast is going to go under, if their friendship is over, because it was a pretty serious conversation. The tone became really serious. And a lot of people, you know, were really sad to hear about it. Oh my gosh, wait. Kaio Brooke used to be with Matt Rife. Literally, Kaio, I was wondering that when I saw the canceled episode where they interviewed Matt Rife. Do you remember the Brooke Mindy tea? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Kaio. Kaio, hate to say it, but yes, I've watched all the videos. I know about all the tea. Oh my God. Wait, Kaio, why do you think that they used to be together, that Matt used to be with Brooke? Because here's why I'm wondering. Because you know the episode where he went on and they were joking about how she was like flirting with him and stuff? But that was like right before I think he announced that he has a girlfriend. And I don't know, it just didn't seem like that was his like girlfriend. I don't know. Anyway, it's a whole thing. They're sucking me in. So it's very loud outside. Do you guys hear that? Anyway, let me know if you do. But basically, Brooke, we don't have her birth time, but based on her life, her, you know, how she looks physically, all of that, I am going to say that the chart that I found that has her as an Aquarius rising is correct. I definitely see that. Interestingly enough, Matt Rife also has Aquarius rising. I did his birth chart in a past podcast episode. Okay, hold on. Kaio says, ha, 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 they weren't together. They had a nightstand. She flew all the way out to Washington, D.C. to meet him for the first time on Valentine's Day. Kaio, you are the stream of endless tea. Oh my God. You have so many things that you are just informing us of tonight. I have never heard that in my life, but I do totally believe it. Oh my God. Okay. Kaio, thank you. You're amazing. Okay. Wow. I know, Beth, my reaction immediate. Exactly. I am just beside myself. Diane says, last question, Brit, I know it's hard to be friends with an ex, but are there any hard feelings between them now? I feel Camila still hurts from their breakup. Ooh. You know, Diane, because we're going to dig into this Tana and Brooke tea, I feel like I hear fireworks outside. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Does anybody else hear that? That's so weird. We'll pull one card. We'll pull one card about them, Diane, before I really dig into the Brooke and Tana of it all. Because I've given the backstory, but we haven't talked about the birth charts. That's where the real tea is. Okay, could they still be friends? Are there hard feelings between Shawn and Camila? Four of Cups. It's more of like sadness. Four of Cups is like looking at what you wish you had. It's still like a wistful energy. There's still some hurt there, guys. It's like Beth sparks squirrel. Exactly. Squirrel. Oh my God, Beth, that's funny. Yeah, it's like, it's not like anger or anything though, Diane. It's just like sad. It's just kind of like, there's just kind of a sad feeling, like, oh yeah. But it's cups. So it's like feelings, there's just feelings there still. I think it just made them sad that it didn't work out. I think both of them wanted it to. Okay. So to get into the Brooke and Tana thing, now framed by Kyle with even more interesting information. Oh my Lord, I will never get over that. Sorry, I couldn't help it, Brit. There are too many distractions. I know. Aren't there, Beth? It's like fireworks, dogs. Like, if anybody hears that, tell me though. That is bizarre. Okay. So with Brooke and Tana, I promise, I swear. All right. With Brooke and Tana, what's interesting about the two of them is how different they are, but how much, they seem like they kind of balance each other out, which I think works for a while, right? One thing that a lot of people have pointed out that makes total sense, and I totally agree with, is the fact that the show is called Canceled with Tana. It's not Canceled with Tana and Brooke. And they've been doing this long enough to where I do think that's weird. I think that it's very bizarre that Brooke's name wouldn't also be on the marquee with Tana. They're co-hosts after all, right? So that already, I just feel like it's a little weird. There's an imbalance. And I think that's kind of what their beef is about. T-Spill did a video about it that I watched earlier today. And it was like, it was pointing out some really good things about how, you got to be sure that you're being equal with your friends, you're caring about what they care about, all that. So I think Brooke's hurt. But if we look at their birth charts, this is Brooke's chart right here. And she is a 26 energy Sagittarius. So when you add the numbers in her date of birth, 6 and 2, that's an 8 energy. And this is success. So she is someone who is destined for success. She's in the position that she's in on a successful show, living her life, being an influencer, doing all these things, because this is part of her life path. She is here to be successful. So even though she's very sensitive and talks about feelings, more sensitive than Tana, I would imagine, just from what we can kind of see, she's still very much a powerhouse behind the scenes. Anyone born on an 8 energy birthday is a powerhouse. Doesn't matter how sensitive they seem, how kind they are. At the end of the day, they can detach their emotions and they can look at what's good on paper. Okay. So let's look into her other birth chart things a little more. Sun in Sagittarius. This person, so Brooke is very accepting of many types of people. She is friends with everyone. I mean, truly, this is someone who sees the good before they see the bad. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So when we see Brooke saying nice things about people, that is very genuine. She's a genuine person. She really has fun around people. Very social. Moon in Gemini. Wow. Add some more social energy in there, okay? Mercury in Sagittarius. She thinks like a Sagittarius. So she's got fire and air, a lot of that inner personality. So you would think she'd be very compatible with Tana. And she would be someone who could kind of roll with the punches, not need a lot emotionally. Well, hold on. Then we look at her Venus and Mars. Venus in Scorpio, Mars in Virgo. So Brooke has the kind of birth chart where she can come across as very fun-loving and lighthearted, but at the end of the day, anyone with their Venus in Scorpio values loyalty, which I think is really what we need to know to understand why the two of them are having this current, drama. Basically, Brooke wants her friends to be loyal and to show up to her birthday party and to care about her, make her important. It's not about the party. It's about feeling like people are loyal to you and they care about you. And then if you look at her Mars in Virgo, Mars in a Virgo energy, first of all, that's your passion. So like you really feel fired up and passionate and safe enough to go after things and show up fully when you have that safety. Now in romantic situations, Kaio, it's interesting that you said that she had a quick one night stand situation with Matt Rife, who's a Virgo sun. So I'm just saying, and Aquarius rising. So weird. I'm just saying weird. Mars and Virgo having a one night stand with a Virgo sun makes sense because Mars is that kind of quick passion. Okay. So we've looked at her chart a little bit. That's kind of what's going on. Tana, her chart, I guess KU won. I think KU won, and that's why they have fireworks. Anyway, squirrel again, as Beth says. So with Tana, we look at her stuff. Then we're going to pull some tarot cards. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory because I think that this friendship is interesting. Okay. Tana has a Cancer sun, which makes her seem very emotional, right? Cancer suns are, they have a hard exterior, but they come from their feelings. They're about their feelings. Cancer operates with their feelings, even if they can have a cool exterior. My brother, my best friend in the whole world, he is a Cancer. And he has just, I don't know, he has an emotional way of going about things, even when he's not being emotional. He has a Capricorn moon, but like you can't put it into words, but you feel the sensitivity of a Cancer sun energy. It makes you feel safe. You feel like you can tell them anything. People feel like they can tell Tana anything. And so that's kind of the vibe. So there's a warmth there. There's the type of person that would accept people. Okay. She has her moon in Cancer. Even more sensitive. But again, there's the hard shell. So you got to get past the hard shell with the Cancer, but they're very sensitive. So you can see how Tana is someone that Brooke, with her birth chart, with that Mars and Virgo, really Scorpio Venus, needs so much love and stability. I have Scorpio Venus, so I need like loyalty, love, stability, all that as well. So I can totally empathize with Brooke. But she's seeing Tana as this Sun Cancer, Moon Cancer, Mercury Cancer. I mean, safety, safety, safety. But then when you go to her Venus and Mars, this is where she kind of flips. So they kind of mirror each other. I definitely think this friendship is very significant for both of their growth, like karmically, because then you get to her Venus and Mars and she has Gemini. So she kind of flips the script when it comes to her Venus and Mars, just like Brooke does. So a lot of compatibility, a lot of room for friendship and understanding, but also a lot of room for growth, for soul growth, and misunderstandings. So let's pull the tarot tea and see what's going on with them because it has been all over the internet today. Let's see. Kaio says Brooke is actually very sensitive. Yeah. Kaio, yep, it's 100% true. LOL, I follow her friend on TikTok and they were dishing out the tea. Oh my God, together about Matt, and she wanted a relationship with him, but he said he was too busy. Oh no. And then got into a relationship right after. That had to hurt. Sage Moon, over the years, I feel that Tana wants others to be sensitive to her feelings, but she's not okay necessarily being sensitive to others from what we've seen in her content. Sage Moon, that is a very interesting point. I feel like we've seen Tana grow so much, right? And maybe this is just like the next phase of her evolution is learning, okay, if I want other people to be sensitive to me, I also now need to be sensitive to them. She just is learning in the public eye. Kaio, true. Sage Moon, I believe Tana's a Taurus rising too, but I kind of don't claim her, LOL. That's funny. And we don't have confirmation of that because we don't have her birth time. So she very well could be. I could see that. I've also seen where people have said that she is a Gemini rising. Could be either. Very interesting though, Sage Moon. I could see her being a Taurus rising. But anyway, we could speculate. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen with these two. One of you guys brought up the Mindy situation. Is this going to be another Mindy? Are they going to is Canceled going to end? Is Tana going to go and do a new podcast with Jeff Wittick? What is happening here? Or are they going to get over this? Are they going to talk about it? Let's just see what the tarot tea is. Sage Moon, yeah, I can see her being a Gemini rising too. Haha. So Sage Moon, as soon as I said that, I was like, oh wait, no, I could see her being a Taurus rising because she always likes like eat in bed and she talks about how she like sleeps in and stuff. And not all Taurus does that, but you know what I mean? Like our signs have funny little things that we do. I don't know. I could see her being either one. Okay, what's going to happen with these two? Right now, let's pull one card for Tana. Then we'll pull one card for Brooke. And then we'll see what's going to happen. So what is Tana's current energy? She's either pissed off that people are talking about this, or she actually realizes that she was being insensitive and is like having a real talk, you know, with her Cancer moon, Cancer sun. It could have gone through to her, but let's just see how she feels. How does Tana feel about the situation? Oh, when the tarot just jumps right out, Knight of Cups, she feels bad. Okay. Woo. I feel better. Kai, are you talking about the most recent podcast? Yes, I am. At the end, you know what I'm talking about? At the end, when they were talking about her birthday and stuff. Sage Moon, yes, that's so true. Creature comforts. Yes, my husband's a Taurus rising Sage Moon. So yeah, you guys love like a good meal, a good movie at home. Like totally. And I love it too. We all do. But you guys are good at bringing it out in people, like getting people to slow down and enjoy life more. Knight of Cups, yeah, it's like an offering of love, a cup of love. So Tana is wanting to make it up to her. Tana feels bad. She's like, okay, she's like, Brooke's really hurt and I need to make it up to her. I need to fix this. Tana has gone into fix it mode. She's not still in the stubborn energy of like, kind of how she was at the end, just being like, well, whatever, like, no, she's Knight of Cups energy. This is offering a cup of love. Extending an olive branch, trying to fix things. That's good. That's nice. Okay, what about Brooke? How does she feel? How does Brooke feel about the situation? How does Brooke feel towards Tana? Allegedly for entertainment purposes, of course. How does Brooke feel? Nine of Wands. Okay. She's like not making any sudden movements. She's kind of like, okay, I am just going to sit back and take a quick breather and see how I feel about this. I don't think that Brooke knows exactly how she feels yet about the situation. I think that this is probably part of like an ongoing pattern, like how I pointed out and how a lot of other people have pointed out, that there's certain little things that people will pick up on. You know, in the podcast, for example, sometimes certain celebrities like JoJo Siwa, just saying, I'm being messy tonight, will go on the podcast and they will only like look at Tana, not look at Brooke really. And like, it just seems like there's this vibe where sometimes Brooke is a little bit like one down and it's not as equal as it should be, right? They are co-hosts of a podcast. There's no reason that one person would have their name on a show, one wouldn't. There's no reason that guests should talk to one host and not the other. So I think this is like an ongoing thing. And it was just one more time when Brooke felt left out, felt like she wasn't important to her friends and to people around her. And that doesn't feel good. So she's not a wand. She's like, okay, I see you doing this. That's nice. But it's like, it's not making sudden movements. I think there's a deeper conversation that needs to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen between these two next. Sage Moon says, yes, like, don't get me started on my love for mukbangs. LOL, it's the best. Enjoying the simple things and seeing others enjoy themselves too. Oh my God, Sage Moon. Yes, that is so Taurus rising of you. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I never have thought about that before, but that makes so much sense that Taurus risings would love that. Taurus rising lifestyle. Do you ever watch Stephanie Sue? I love her. Okay. So what's going to happen? Let's do past, present, future for them then. Let's just do that to see what's going to happen. In the past for Tana and Brooke, what has happened? Page of Cups. Okay. So in the not too distant past, usually I do about a 6-month window. I don't remember when their canceled podcast came back. I don't remember exactly how many months ago it was, but I think of the past as like past 6 months. But anyway, in the recent-ish past, they had a Page of Cups energy. This was a new beginning emotionally. This was getting on the same page in their friendship. This is like having a really good conversation and you decide, hey, I hear you, you hear me. Let's work this out. Let's, like I hear your side, you hear my side. There was something that happened between the two of them and they talked about their differences and they got on the same page. That's beautiful. So they felt like they were in a good place, at least through what they've discussed. There might have been other feelings going on beneath the surface, but they felt like they had fixed things. They were starting fresh together, turning over a new leaf. Okay. And the current energies. Sage Moon, yes, need to catch up on her content. I've tried so much food because of her, LOL. Oh my God. Sage Moon, we're hanging out in the same corner of YouTube. I need to catch up on her stuff too. She's been coming out with so many videos. I love it. See you there, Sage Moon. Okay. In the present. I would love to read her cards or do her birth chart. Like in person, like for real. She's like mentioned how she's never had it done. That'd be so fun. Manifesting. Okay, in the present for these two. The Chariot. Okay, this is Mars. This card is Mars energy. So this is like a lot. Now Mars energy, when it's passion, that's a good thing. But when it is not directed in the right way, Mars energy can become destructive. So right now, there's like, they have such a connection. They both kind of trigger each other. And there's just a lot of Mars energy at play between them right now. And it's basically saying that, like, if they don't channel their energy properly, if they don't set boundaries with each other, if they don't like have constructive conversations with each other, it's basically going to implode their friendship and the podcast and anything else that they're doing together. So Mars energy, it's kind of like a little bit of a warning. Nothing's happened yet per se that like they can't come back from, but they have to be careful with this energy. All right, in the future, and then we'll move on. But shit, that's so interesting. Okay, hold on. Ooh, we got more tea from you guys. Wow. Okay. Kayo in Brooke's vlog, she mentioned she's going through a midlife crisis and wants to do something by herself for her birthday. So I don't know, but that was posted in the beginning of November. Okay. Kayo. Okay, interesting. That's a great separate perspective. So maybe she was already wanting to do something solo. The only thing is, Kayo, if you watch the very end of that podcast episode, I don't know if you watched it yet, but if you go back and just watch the end, she was really like sharing her feelings about how no one has ever like her friends haven't been there for her birthday. And like Tana, I felt like she was really like wanting Tana to say something like, if you really want me to, I will. Like, I think she wanted her to say something like that. Maybe she didn't really want to spend her birthday with her. Maybe it's like Jedi mind tricks, but maybe she just wanted like to feel that Scorpio Venus connection of loyalty from Tana. Maybe it was just a conversation and she'd already made other plans, but I don't know. I really picked up on something, Kayo, at the end of that. I was like, ooh, she's really needing like a show of loyalty or something. Kayo, no, I didn't watch yet. I'm going to take a look later. Okay. Okay. Interesting. At the very end, it's when it kind of happens and then they end the podcast. It's a little awkward. Babalu, Brit, can you look into the Alex Cooper and Sophia drama? Ooh, Babalu, good question. Absolutely. Here we go. Now we're going from like, okay, we did like some celebrity tea. Now we're doing like influencer podcast celebrity tea. Fun. Love it. That's a great transition. Thanks, Babalu. Okay. Let's do the future for them. And Sage Moon, this is the best question ever that you just asked. And I'm going to pull their future card. Then I'm going to answer it. And as a fellow Aquarius rising, I can confirm that you can feel left out sometimes or just different or weird. Okay. In the future for Tana and Brooke, the canceled podcast, all the stuff they're doing together, what's next for them in the future? This is the next 6 months. Nine of Cups. Okay. They're going to be doing more things solo. But But I like that this is cups, okay? This isn't the tower card. This isn't like any sort of like we're not getting anything super ugly or like dramatic, but we're getting 9 of cups. This is both of them realizing that they need to focus more on themselves and on what makes them happy individually. Maybe the canceled podcast is becoming something of, maybe one of them feels held back by it or both feel held back. But there's just some energy that's a little bit like codependent-ish, that kind of can come from their connection sometimes. And I think they both are getting the vibe that it would be good for both of them to do more things separately as well and not feel like they always have to be doing things together, which it seems like they do things separately. But I did notice that both of them separately went on the Just Trish podcast over the past like month or so. So I think maybe they're already doing this, but they're going to be doing more of this. I think to like try to balance things out so that they both feel seen as individuals. I think especially Brooke, it would be especially good for her to do that. It seems like Tana does that a little bit more. But I do see that they will be doing things separately in the future, more things separately. I'm not getting like a strong ending here. Let's get one more clarifier. It just looks like they're going to be putting in place new boundaries so that they both feel like validated and creatively fulfilled and financially successful on their own as well. I just think they're going to take a little bit of the pressure off. Let's get one last one. Clarifying that 9 of Cups, because that's also very self-sufficient energy. The Star card. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. I actually love this. So the more this took a very positive turn. Okay. So through this, let's just go on this quick journey. So through this dramatic situation that the two of them have had, where, as Kaio said perfectly, yeah, Brooke probably feels like they don't care enough to plan something. Okay. Yes. Going into those feelings together, Brooke feeling like her friends don't care enough to plan something for her, feeling left out, feeling less than. Tana coming to the realization that Brooke feels like this, offering her cup of love, trying to make things better, and realizing this too, being like, okay, yeah, I see why you feel that way. Them having a really good conversation that has needed to happen for a long time. They are going to encourage each other to do more 9 of Cups. They're going to come to a new understanding of what each needs separately to feel fulfilled. And they're going to support each other in doing more separate projects. Then, because of that, they are going to become more successful as a team with the Star card energy. It's like once they take the pressure off and shift the energy, they're actually going to have a better connection. They're going to have more fun on their podcast, and it's going to become even more popular. Their star power is going to rise, both individually and as a duo. So, okay, I love that. That, honestly, you couldn't have a better outcome. So, but they got to kind of wade through this difficult spot. And hopefully they make it through, because if they do decide to make it through, if that Mars energy that they're in right now doesn't, cause one of them to blow up and say, forget it. If they stick with it, then there is a very positive outcome and both of them will be better for it. So I love to see that. It doesn't get better than that. We'll do Alex Cooper next. Yes, Babalu, thank you for the reminder. Okay. And then Sage Moon says, for Brooke, can't Aquarius people / placements sometimes feel detached or disconnected from their friends / social groups, like not as understood, supported, seen, or valued? Sage Moon, wow, what a good question. So the answer is, and I can only speak from my experience as well, though, as an Aquarius rising, there have been so many times throughout my life, like when I was a kid, I didn't feel like I fit in. Now as an adult, I do a lot of things solo because just the nature of my job. I produce a television show that like I have to really research a lot and talk to sponsors and interview people. And like, so as an Aquarius rising, I feel like there are so many different times in your life where either you're like not fitting in or you're just feeling like your life puts you in a position where you have to spend time alone. Interestingly, it's like you have a desire as an Aquarius placement to be with the group because it's the humanitarian sign. Like you want to be with everybody and just see like brotherhood and like everybody just like be together and be friends and feel like you fit in more than anything. But for whatever reason, it's part of your journey to become very okay with caring about everybody, wanting good for everybody, but also being happily independent when you need to be. It's a thing. But one other fun fact about the Aquarius placements is that often they find their community, their friendships online. And I'm just going to say, as an Aquarius rising, I love hanging out with y'all online. Okay. And because you'll find people, I actually read this not too long ago, because you will find people that have the same ideas as you and have the same hobbies and interests and will talk about the same things you want to talk about. So many Aquarian people with prominent placements in Aquarius will find that that they're able to like meet friends online more and connect more with them than with people in their immediate environment. And also technology rules Aquarius. So like it has to do with all of that. Wow. What a cool question, Sage Moon, and 1,000%. Sorry, that was long-winded, but 1,000%. Wild. Okay, so let's move along. Babalu wants to know about Alex Cooper and Sofia Franklyn. You know, Sofia Franklyn, since we're on the topic of influencer, podcaster, drama, the whole thing between Trisha Paytas and Sofia Franklyn threw me for a loop. That was unexpected. If anybody was following that, it's a little bit, I don't know. It's just like, that one surprised me. I didn't see anything coming. Wait, Kaio says, yeah, she probably thinks they don't care enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, Kaio said, so we can validate her feelings. LMAO, Tana said, oh, wow. Okay. I didn't see. So Kaio, you're saying Tana said that that Brooke wants her feelings to be validated. You saw that she said that somewhere. You would think if that's what your friend wants, that you could just validate her feelings, right? Like, okay. Sage Moon, oh, good. I was hoping their energy wouldn't read like Sophia and Alex Cooper's. Yeah, it totally, let's get into it. But I think this is different. I think Sophia and Alex, that's like bad. Like that is like they were enemies in a past life and came together to like learn something. We'll see what the tarot tea says. But yeah, Brooke and Tana, I feel like they're very much in each other's lives for a reason. I would love to read their charts. Oh my God. There's like a karmic thing there, I think, but I think it's like push each other forward. But even when you're pushing each other forward in a positive way, it's not always easy, right? Okay, let's see. Sage, oh, we love hanging out with you. Oh, you're so sweet. Love hanging out with you too. Beth, I love it. Love your takes. We love you. Oh, you guys are the sweetest. Oh, y'all are making up for like when I was a kid and didn't have friends. Y'all are so sweet. Thanks, guys. I love y'all too. This is so much fun. Okay. Like my best friends in like person, they'll get into this for a little bit. We'll talk about this some, but they won't do deep dives. You know, you guys will go there with me. I love that. Okay. So Beth says Alex and Sophia are Taylor's version of Bad Blood. 1,000%. And way to bring it back to Taylor. Exactly, Beth. All right. So let's do a reading on those two. Okay. And they give me a different vibe entirely. Like entirely. When I was in New York, I actually recorded a podcast at this place over in Soho where Sophia records her podcast sometimes when she's in New York. It's like that purple studio. And when I was there, like it was a very cool vibe, different than I expected. Like, and I was just thinking like, because I found that through her, because I watched her podcast, and like the people that worked there were telling me, they were like, yeah, you'll see some stuff if you come here again, like you'll see stuff. Because I was like, when I come here next, I'll like, when I'm in New York again, like I want to keep recording here. The people are so nice there. And they're like, oh yeah, you'll see some stuff. So they were kind of like joking around about some of the influencer drama that happens there. And it was really interesting. That's just like a little side note. But I don't know. I get such a weird energy from them. I know that Alex Cooper is a Leo. I'm not sure what Sofia Franklyn's zodiac sign is. Everything that happened, obviously, Alex financially came out on top. I think that Sofia has been creating her own lane, doing her thing. Let's just see. Let's see what happened between them. What was the purpose? Like energetically, how did it really go down? Because of course, we only know a little bit of the truth. We only know people give us their side, and then there's so much that we'll never know. But let's see what the tarot T is, because these tarot cards will get to talking. So in the conflict in particular, when it all went down, what was the overall energy? What was the overall energy of that Call Her Daddy podcast falling apart? Because it was just on top of the world, right? I mean, you've got to wonder why a podcast like that would end, why they couldn't resolve their differences with how successful they were at the time. Not saying there aren't good reasons, but I'm just saying it's interesting. What happened? Hanged Man in the upright. So this indicates that right before the Call Her Daddy podcast imploded, they were in Hanged Man energy, which if you guys know any of like the lore or the story of how it all went down, you know that they were in the midst of negotiations with Barstool. That's essentially what the catalyst was. There were a lot of things leading up to it, but basically that was kind of what happened right before they broke up and like the final straw. The Hanged Man in reverse indicates that the reason they actually split was that they were in Hanged Man energy, not making any sudden movements, and then someone made a move and went forward. And if you guys have heard the story, you know that it's because Alex decided to go ahead with Barstool, essentially being like, if Sofia wants to keep negotiating, I don't care. Like, I'm going to move forward with them. I'm going to save my own neck. So Alex basically chose to go solo, keep the podcast name, kicking Sofia out. Okay. And they separated. That's kind of the way that I saw it go down from the stories I've heard. They both kind of say it differently, but so this is Alex. She chose to stop being in Hanged Man energy, right or wrong. She made a move. It ended. Let's see. Blaine, can you do a reading on if Joe and Tay will ever get back together? Trav Endgame. I like the use of all the Taylor Swift songs in the question. We can pull a card on that. Sure. After this, though. Okay, let's finish this one. Let's see. So we kind of know that. That makes sense. Now, how are things in the present? Thank you, Penny. You're awesome, too. Or I'm sorry. So that was the beginning of the breakup between Alex and Sofia. It was because Alex made a move. When they were in Hanged Man energy, she moved forward. Let's just get more clarification on Alex's role. What was her motivation in moving forward? Because she has said that she was the one doing all the editing. Sofia, like it was more her podcast. That's kind of what she said. And then Sofia was like, it was not more her podcast. So what was Alex Cooper's true motivation? Knight of Pentacles. This is interesting because this is about slow and steady wins the race. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the tarot tea truth, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. These are not like my personal feelings. This is just what the cards are saying. Basically, this is about somebody, Alex, having a view of the long term, being like, I'll take less. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. I'll take less if I can build something solid. This is the mentality. I'm glad that it's not like a mean card or like a nasty, like selfish card. It's actually a card about building stability and wanting to like being, I guess it's like, I'm willing to take less now if I can make sure that this lasts for the long term. It's not about the quick buck. It's about continuing to build and grow. It's essentially making like a wise choice. That's like what this card is. It's a wise choice that you can count on. Interesting. This is actually kind of changing my perspective on what happened, to be honest with you guys. And a good tarot tea reading will do that. Nigel. Oh, hi, Nigel. Welcome back. How's it going? Kaya, do you have TikTok? I do, and I never post on it, and I really need to. It's called In the Cards and Stars, I think. Yeah, In the Cards and Stars. Kaya, I need to start posting on it. It's bad. That's my 2024 resolution. Okay. Yeah, in the card stars, I believe. I'll put a link. I'll put a link in the description of this for future. Thanks, Kaio. You guys are pushing me. Got to get out there and do that. Like when you guys ask me about something, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. Ooh, Diane, good question about Kendall and Bad Bunny. Okay. All right. We're going to move on here in a second, but I'm loving digging into this. Okay. This is totally changing my idea of what happened between them. So Alex was making a Knight of Pentacles decision. She was willing to take less. And as we can see how that actually panned out, she finished off her contract with Barstool. Then she signed with Spotify a $60 million deal. Okay. After taxes, obviously she took home less, but it set her up for life. So the Knight of Pentacles paid off. That is about, it's a very Saturn energy. It's like, I'm going to do the harder thing so that I can secure my future. And it worked. Okay, what about Sofia? What was her motivation? Why was she staying in Hanged Man energy for so long? What was going on with her? This is such a different picture than I thought from like their stories. You know what I mean? Whoa. King of Pentacles. Okay, guys. Wow. And the tarot tea is just like so good. I mean, just like so truthful. It's like, okay, this is blowing me away. So Sofia was King of Pentacles. She was like, I want to make money now. I want the big bucks. I'm worth it. Which, hey, nothing wrong with having self-esteem. Like, I think it's great. I think you have to negotiate. You have to advocate for yourself in business, 100%. But according to this, she was very King of Pentacles. She was very money focused on money right now. And so which according to their story, that's exactly what she said. She was willing to wait. She wanted to be King of Pentacles now. She didn't want to be the Knight of Pentacles. And what's weird is that they were in that energy. And then after the dust settled, it switched. Then Alex actually became the King of Pentacles that Sofia was trying to become. And Sofia became the Knight of Pentacles. And she is working hard, being consistent, showing up, putting her podcast out every week independently. She's not with a network or anything. And so now she's doing this hard work. So it's like, I mean, you know, got to hand it to both of them. But it was just such a different motivation at the time. That is so interesting how they kind of switch spots. Okay, last one. I'm blown away. I am blown away by this. Oh my God, blown away. Okay, and then you guys wanted to know if there's bad blood, if any beef. How do they really feel about each other now after it's all said and done? How does Alex feel about Sofia? How does Sofia feel about Alex? Because they spend so much time together too, you know? I mean, that has to be hard. Like you spend so much time with someone and then you just don't talk. I mean, I wonder if they have regrets. Let's see. How does Alex feel towards Sofia? How does she feel about the whole thing that happened emotionally? How does she feel? Sage Moon, wow. I know, right? I'm in the same. I feel the same way. Sage Moon, didn't Alex say Sofia's boyfriend was also in her ear trying to get her to negotiate for more money? Yes, she did say that. And then Sofia denied it. But 100%. Sage Moon, so this could indicate a person. I would say if it was him, Sage Moon, if it was the boyfriend, in King of Pentacles energy, I still feel like it was her focusing on it. So I think that like maybe he was the King of Pentacles and she was like talking to him and then she was also like in that energy. Do you know what I mean? Interesting. Okay. How does Alex feel about Sofia now? The Chariot, Mars energy. Whoa, 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 whoa. We just got this for Tana and Brooke now. This is so weird. Okay. Mars energy. Oh my God, guys. Okay. This is like passion and not like romantic passion. I mean like passion as far as like anger. Okay. To be honest, anger. But at the same time, we got this for Brooke and Tana too. So it's like the spark of inspiration. I think there's anger towards, Alex has anger towards Sofia, but she also gets a spark of inspiration from her. It's like this feeling of if approached properly, they could still, like in her mind, deep down, she's like, we could still channel that energy into magic. I don't think that like it's out of the question from Alex's perspective to ever, want to work with or be around her again. I think that there is a spark there, and I think that she inspires her, she pushes her. But wow, but it can also be anger as well. It's like it's two sides of the same coin. The Chariot's very interesting. Okay, and how does Sophia feel towards Alex? I might do another dedicated video to this because it's very interesting, and a lot has come through that I have not heard, I have not seen, and it makes sense. But we'll move on for you guys because y'all have other requests. Wow, I'm kind of blown away. How does Sophia feel towards Alex at this time? Two of Pentacles. When she thinks of Alex, she still thinks of the financial thing that happened between them. That's really like what comes to mind. It's not like an inspiration thing. It's very different from the way that Alex views Sophia. When Sophia thinks of Alex, she thinks about money, and she admires the way that she has managed to like make so much money. But she also thinks about how like Two of Pentacles is much less than the King of Pentacles. It's much less even than the Knight of Pentacles. This is very much top of mind for her, and she blames, we have the two, she blames Alex for her having to start back at one. Yeah, it's financial. It's like, this is a big deal for her. Like, she can't help but think of this every time she thinks of Alex. And in her mind, she's like, she's the reason why I had to start over. She's the reason why I only have two Pentacles right now. So no, yeah. If they ever did anything, collaborated, whatever, or even cordial to each other, it would be far into the future, in my opinion, based on this reading. That made sense. Wow. Okay. Babalu, thank you for that question. That was such a good question. Wow. Yikes is right, Sage Moon. Yikes is right. Okay. Nigel says, I've recently been seeing many angel numbers all in the same week specifically. Well, this has been the week of the Scorpio new moon. So we've all been going through like major transformation internally. Wait, specifically 222 555 888. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Nigel, that is positive encouragement from your angels in the areas of your relationships. 222, encouraging you to like nurture the relationships in your life that feel positive, like friendships, family, romantic relationships, like doing things with people that there's like a mutual love, unconditional love, understanding. So like having more of that in your life. 555 is making changes and feeling supported and making those changes. And then 888 is basically like, if you do the 222 and the 555, you get to the 888, which is like abundance. That's like material wealth and abundance. So you are being encouraged by your angels to, just keep nurturing those relationships. Don't be afraid to make changes. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone, and trust in your ability to continue to manifest 888 to create the life that you want to live. This basically, you're meant for abundance and good things. I love that you're seeing all those angel numbers, Nigel. Amazing. You may even want to do a little journaling about those like concepts and those thoughts, like put some positive affirmations down, especially as we're going into the new year, because your angels are wanting to like get your attention and get you to like focus on the good that you can do in those areas of your life. I love it. It's encouraging. Penny D, I missed it. Did Kendall and Bad Bunny break up? Oh, okay. Penny, you're right on time. We were still reading Alex, Cooper, and Sophia. So let's switch to that. That's interesting. I'm curious to hear that too, to know. That's so weird if they did. Their relationship, I don't know. Their relationship is so... No, don't be sorry. Penny, don't be sorry. Thank you for requesting. I needed a new one. You were like perfect timing. And even if you weren't, don't be sorry. Okay, let's see. Bad Bunny and Kendall. What is going on with those two? The rumor is that they've broken up, but let's see. Let's just get one card for their general energy first. Spanish squirrel. Bethan or squirrels? LMAO. Squirrel. Their current energy. The Fool. A new beginning. Now, the Fool card I like to consider a very positive new beginning. So we need clarification here. Some sort of new beginning in their relationship. Clarification, please. Two of Swords. A new beginning around not knowing what to do. What? I'm telling you, these two confuse me. They really do confuse me. And they're still, even the tarot tea is confusing me. The Fool card, a new beginning around Two of Swords, around feeling stuck or not knowing what to do. Beth, Bad Bunny is the Spanish squirrel. Yes. Oh, yes, Beth. Bad Bunny is the Spanish squirrel. I knew what you meant. But thank you for clarifying. You cracked me up. Oh, my God. Wait, Kyle, it was said Jenner and Bunny are reportedly still dating. Interesting. Well, there's a new beginning around not knowing what to do. So let's get some more clarification. Thank you, Kyle, for that. That's very helpful. How does she feel? Let's see how Kendall feels about him right now. How does Kendall feel about Bad Bunny right now? Page of Cups, new beginning. What? An emotional new beginning. What the heck is going on? Are they like making a commitment? Is somebody wanting to like... Okay, I'm going to keep going here, but somebody is wanting to do something new that they haven't done yet in the relationship. Because this is a romantic reading, I'm thinking like, does someone want to have a baby? Does someone want to get married? Does someone want to announce something in the press? And the other one, but there's Two of Swords energy. So it's like, we're not sure if we want to move forward. Not both people are on board, but there is some sort of, let's get his energy. This will come together, but there's something going on with these two right now. Beneath the surface, behind the scenes, they're talking about doing something. Okay, what about Bad Bunny? How does he feel about Kendall? How does Bad Bunny feel about Kendall right now? What? Page of Swords in reverse. Oh my God. Okay. This is not like a super duper lovey reading. Okay. We did get the Page of Cups, but that's the youngest, like freshest, most inexperienced. It's very new energy. It's not the Queen of Cups. So, okay. It could still be like some immaturity. Page of Cups and Page of Swords. The other very young card. But this is in the reverse, meaning that there's been something in the past, and Swords is like communication and like thinking about things. It's being in your head, not in your heart. In the past, there was some sort of conflict that they had or some disagreement. Something happened that wasn't ideal, and they've overcome it because this is in the reverse, but there was a very immature kind of situation that happened. And now they have decided to move forward in Page of Cups energy. So they're still together. Kaio said, makes sense. Wait, okay. Kaio says, but her most recent IG post said, what's meant for me will simply find me. Seems like a breakup post. Totally seems like a breakup post. Penny, I liked Kendall with Booker. It did seem like that was going to happen, didn't it? Okay. I'm catching up on what y'all are saying. I love y'all's. Sage, could it be a new cycle of avoidance or not wanting to face the truth of a situation? Yes, it could. Sage Moon, well said. Oh my God. Sage Moon said beautifully. Okay. Sage Moon said, because Sage Moon's intuition is always on point, that these cards could be interpreted as a new cycle of avoidance, not wanting to face the truth of a situation. Kaio said that kind of cryptic IG post is her most recent, where Kendall said, what's meant for me will simply find me. That's not giving the energy of like, that's not giving the energy of like, we're going to be together forever. And I'm so happy and in love. That's giving the energy of, yeah, could be a breakup and not wanting to face it. 1000% Sage Moon. Emotional new beginning. Okay, let's get another clarifier here. This is, yeah, wow. There's a lot here. Beth, perhaps they are soulmates and are very happy with their relationship and wonder if it is going to work out in a more dedicated relationship. That's it. Very interesting. Could be. Totally could be. Yeah, Beth. I mean, when you're in that, you're like, you don't know what's going to come next, but like you are happy. That would be ideal. That would be best case based on what we're speculating. Kaio says, in my opinion, it seems like a PR relationship. LOL, blind gossip reveals it also. Okay. Nigel, if you were to choose one Taylor Swift album to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, Nigel, I like that question. If I were to listen to one Taylor Swift album for the rest of my life, which one would it be? Ooh, that is such a tough question because so many are just so good. I really like 1989 because of like the upbeat songs, like style, and just there's so many good, like fun, upbeat energy songs on the album. But I also really like Midnights. I know that's a little, I feel like that's like more for mature music, and like I really like and can relate to the songs on Midnights. So probably, I don't know, 1989 for the nostalgia, Midnights for like the fresh new vibe, and I love the song Karma. So, and I have for like ever since it came out. I loved Karma and Bejeweled. Okay. Penny says the Bucks won. Heck yes. Nigel, mine would be Folklore. It's such a oh my god, that is such a beautiful one. Aw, I love it. That was such a good question, Nigel. Beautiful. She just can really tell a story. You know, Taylor can tell a story and make you feel something. Blaine said, yeah, PR. Penny, congratulations that your Bucks won. Hell yes. Eris Tour says, okay. Oh, Blaine wants to know, is Travis endgame? Haha, you forgot. I did forget. Okay. Blaine, I promise you're next. Penny, Lawyer Mug, what is your status? Penny, who knows? His status is, his status might be asleep, or his status might be, I don't know. Where is Michael? Sucked into the game. Okay. Let's see. We're going to finish up Bad Bunny and Kendall. Then we're going to do is Travis endgame for Taylor. And then I'm going to go check on my husband and make sure that he and my pup are not asleep. Okay. Penny, thanks. Penny, I'm happy for you. That's a good night. Beth votes that she thinks he's asleep. I bet you're right. Pretty sure that KU won. That's what those fireworks were. Or squirrels, as Beth said. All right. So Kendall and Bad Bunny, let's clarify. This is very odd. A lot of people think PR. We're getting new beginning around possibly being in denial about what's going on. Kyle revealed that there was a post that seemed very cryptic. Let's get a past, present, future so that we can clarify what this story is. In the past 6 months, Bad Bunny and Kendall, the one card that can represent their connection. Queen of Wands, a lot of passion. I'm just going to do this fast so that we can move on to the next one, but a lot of passion, okay? Also, because it's Queen of Wands, Kendall, I would say she probably felt very passionate and like she was shining in the relationship. She felt really good about the connection. I think it was making her feel very beautiful and fiery and excited about life. Just kind of the general vibe. Okay, what about in the present moment between the two of them? Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner. Current energy between the two of them. Chariot. Guys, how many times are we going to get the Chariot in one night? There must be just like Chariot energy around. I know that Mars was very involved in the Scorpio new moon. Kendall's a Scorpio. Whoa, hold on. It's starting to click a little bit. Kendall is a Scorpio. There was a Scorpio new moon. Mars, I think, is showing up so much in these readings because Mars had a lot to do with that Scorpio new moon. Mars is also at home in Scorpio. Passion. I think a lot of people had these friction, just these moments of like conflict and having to figure out what it is they want in life and try to like communicate with each other. Sometimes that created a fight or whatever, but things were really brought to the surface with many people, I think, over the past couple weeks. And Kendall and Bad Bunny in the present, this is what happened. This was definitely stimulated by that new moon in Scorpio on the 13th. Definitely affecting Kendall a lot because she is the Scorpio sun in the relationship. I believe Bad Bunny's a Pisces. Okay. So they're in Mars energy. Just like the other two that we read, it's like it could go either way. There's a lot happening between the two of them. It's definitely not like it's a fiery energy. It's not like these aren't saying it's PR. Okay. The tarot T allegedly is not saying that it's PR. I understand why people would think it was, but the tarot cards are talking and they're saying it's fiery. Okay. What about the future for these two? Temperance. I think they're going to make it, at least for the next 6 months. They're balancing things out. Maybe, Kaio, that post could have been talking about the Mars energy that they've been in. Maybe there was a disagreement, 2 of Swords, that was coming through. But I do think that, at least for now, they have committed to some sort of emotional new beginning with each other. And I think that Temperance, I think they're just learning to balance their passion, balance their personalities. I think they've had some sort of breakthrough, but it was messy at first, which could be why she was posting that and stuff. Okay. Wow. That was a lot. Penny Sparks. Okay. Wait, Penny says she's a Scorpio. He's a Pisces. Okay. Yep. Damn horses. How she's a horse girl. She loves horses. Yeah. Makes sense. Right. Yep. Okay. We're all in agreement. All right. And then before we go, we're just going to pull a card to see, is Travis endgame at this moment in the current energies that Taylor and Travis are in? Could he be endgame? Whoa. Okay. Well, the cards are jumping a little bit, so we're going to get something here. Three of Pentacles. I always get nervous. Working together. So first of all, Three of Pentacles is about cooperation and working together to create something new. This is with 3 people though. So this is and okay, by the way, everybody's been saying that even though Taylor's out of town right now, that at this game coming up on Sunday between the Chiefs and the Eagles, that their families are going to meet, both of their whole families are going to be there, parents. And everybody's talking about how, it's going to, because it's the family reunion game. It's what everybody's calling it. And so their families are going to meet. Okay. Three of Pentacles. There's more than one person here. This is about creating something together. They're baking a cake here. Cakes are sweet. And when 3 people bake a cake, it goes by quickly and easily. Everybody has their job. It's very cooperative. So this is a very positive energy talking about multiple things working well in their situation. And I really think this is family working together. This is people getting along. I really like that. That's so cute. Okay, let's see. Wait, Diane. Thank you, Brit. You're so kind and sweet. Aw, thank you, Diane. You're so sweet. So nice. This is my first time doing a live chat. Oh my gosh. Cool. Well, congrats on your first live chat. Thank you for trusting us to do it here on this channel. Appreciate that. I enjoyed all the readings, everyone's comments. Aw. Well, Diane, we're so happy that we had you here. That was so fun. I hope that you come back and hang out with us again. You had some great questions, great tea. I appreciate you being here. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I hope you have an awesome time and just eat some good food, get some rest, and enjoy your holiday. Thanks, Diane. You're so sweet. Alejandra says, if I had to speak my truth, I think Taylor would be more compatible with Zac Efron. Oh my God, Alejandra, that's so funny. I should do, Kaio brought up TikTok. This is where I can start doing TikToks. Alejandra, I looked up his birth chart because I was going to include it in the podcast about Taylor, but they just didn't date long enough or have enough, about their relationship. So I ended up cutting him because I just had so much other stuff to cover with Taylor and her love life, people that were more significant. But I did look at their birth charts. So that's so funny. I can see why you would say that. That would be a fun TikTok to do. Thank you for weighing in and speaking your truth, Alejandra. Let's see. Kaio said, I think not, but let's see. 3 people is interesting. Kaio, don't start. Okay, let's get another. Oh, that one flew. That one flew. Why did we get 8 of Cups walking away? The other card that flew? Ace of Swords. What? No. What is going on, guys? What the hell? Hold on. You guys, I can't handle this. Okay. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all are so sweet. Penny says, I think Travis is endgame. In this household, we think they're endgame too. I agree, but I gotta let these tarot T cards talk, even if I don't like what they're saying. Kaio says, "Wait, do you know that TK's publicist posted a pic of Tay with a clown emoji? Can you read on that? Have you heard that?" Yes, Kaio, I heard that, and I was very mad about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was not happy. I was like, Travis needs to fire that publicist. In this day and age, especially a publicist, you know what you're doing online. It was meant to be shady between friends, I think. And I just think that's not cool. I hate that. Alejandro, they never dated, but I feel potential. I don't know. I feel it in my bones. Interesting. Alejandro, there was gossip that she and Zac Efron dated very briefly. I think it was like in 2012. It was going to be part of my part 1 podcast. So I think it was 2012, around there. And both denied it, but people saw them together and stuff. So it's interesting you feel it in your bones, and that there were rumors about them dating. And I think that they did briefly. Okay, let's see. Beth says, what? All right, let's get serious, guys. Beth's reaction, LOL. I know. Sage, happy Thanksgiving, Diane. Aw. It was awesome to share this space with you. I love you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Just perfect. Y'all are perfect. Okay. Diane, very nice, a great community. It really is. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's get down to business here. These are weird cards. We're not going to sugarcoat it. All right. Let's pull some serious cards then. What is going on? Now, we have to mention that Taylor had that terrible tragedy. It wasn't her tragedy, of course. It was a tragedy of the family and the woman who lost her life at the Rio show. Horrible, tragic, so sad. She was 23, beautiful, wonderful human being. So we're getting weird cards. I just have to disclaimer say, I think Taylor's probably in like a really sad headspace right now, which would make sense. So let's just clean slate this and let's see what comes through. Okay. Okay. Taylor and Travis. The Tarot T Truth, allegedly. Are they endgame? All right. Taylor's energy right now towards Travis. Her true thoughts and feelings. Ooh, whoa, okay. Oh, okay, 10 of Cups. I don't know why I'm so invested in this couple. I'm like, going to pass out. Okay, 10 of Cups. At least on her end, she thinks of them as end game. 10 of Cups. I also want us to revisit those weird cards that we just got, because I think that definitely has something to do with people in their life. But okay, this feels just more right. Okay, 10 of Cups. Yes, she, from her perspective, at least right now, she sees them as end game, to confirm. That's okay. And once you guys see part 2 with their birth charts, you'll see what I mean. It's like crazy compatible. Beth, I think Taylor's devastated about the fan death. I do too, Beth. Like, devastated. Like, I can't even imagine. It's so tragic. It's just the saddest. It's just tragic. It's horrible. Honestly, I can't even. And it was her show. Like, can you imagine how horrible you would feel and sad? I'm sure she's really like, Penny D, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell that she feels that way. I mean, running up to him, kissing him, it just seemed very authentic and just like full of joy and love. And when you hear about their birth charts, they have so many positive placements where Taylor really feels seen in the relationship. He does too, but I think it's important for her that she finally feels seen. Whereas with, Joe and just the past relationships, she was learning lessons, but I think that it was painful. I think she felt insecure in those relationships. In this one, she feels finally loved and seen. So 10 of Cups, she thinks endgame. How does Travis feel towards Taylor? Okay, Nigel has the album recommendation for the day, The Other Side by Cherry22. Sending y'all so much love. Thank you, Nigel. You always come through with the good music recommendations. We appreciate it. We will check that out. Sending you so much love too. Thank you for being our most musical friend here. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Travis is in 5 of Pentacles energy. He is concerned about his finances. And when we talk about Taylor, how he feels about Taylor, let's get another clarifier. Why does he feel concerned about his finances? Like he's going to have trouble keeping up. He's going to be traveling a lot to go see her. Let's get a clarifier, because this is also my left out in the cold card. So this could be feeling left out, missing someone. Let's get a clarifier, though, because it has a few different meanings, and I want to understand why he's feeling left out, possibly with finances. Let's just see. Travis towards Taylor today in this moment, how he's feeling. King of Cups. Okay. This is, now we're on track. Okay, so he is King of Cups. This is emotionally mature, knowing what you want. This is someone who is ready to commit. This is someone who's actually being a good partner and who's ready to be a good partner. My King and Queen of Cups are like the emotional, loving energy of like the person that you would think of who would be just a great spouse. They can listen. They're willing to listen. They want to know how you feel. They're able to show up, be authentic. They have good communication skills, just like mentally and emotionally a good partner, someone that's a good partner. He is worried right now, though, and it's not about his feelings. So he is ready. He's King of Cups. She's 10 of Cups. Like they are on the same page. So to answer your question, they feel like this is end game. Okay. But he is having some worries creeping in, and we'll give him some grace for that, because I think the more that he's around everything, and he does very well. He's in the NFL. He's made a ton of money, and he's also on like every commercial. I don't know where you guys are, where I am in Kansas City. I turn on the TV. He's literally on almost every commercial, and I think it's like that nationally, but we just see him everywhere around here. But I think that he's worried in a way because he wants to make sure that he can always, this is like provide. I think he wants to feel like he can take care of her and like it's not always going to be on her shoulders. And this might also be about, so this is like work stuff. So this could also be referring to him being worried about what she's going through right now with career. Let's get one more clarifier. Rio de Janeiro was in the high 90s. Yeah, I saw that, Beth, it got up to like 102 that day in the city. So, Blaine, did you hear that? A Twitch streamer said her makeup artist is best friends. I did hear this with TK's publicist. Wait, it moved. And she revealed to her that it's a fake PR relationship. I did see that. And I feel like that was like maybe coming from someone jealous. I am getting the vibe that the publicist has had a crush on Travis and maybe thought that there was a future. I don't know. This is just like what I'm feeling. Maybe she thought there could be a future, whatever. Then Taylor Swift came along. There was no future. And maybe she just got kind of pissed. I don't know. Penny says he makes $14 million a year. Really good. But she just became a billionaire. So I feel like, right, it's all relative. I just think that he, we'll get one more clarifier. But 5 of Pentacles, he's having some worries right now, anxieties. I kind of think that it's about him feeling like he can't be there for her right now because he physically can't be there. Like he has games, he has stuff he has to do here, practice. Let's get one more. Feeling like he can't be there because 5 of Pentacles is like shut out. Let's get one more. 8 of Wands, things are up in the air. Literally. She's traveling. She's up in the air, she's traveling. I got this last time for them as well. And this is moving quickly, but up in the air at the same time. 5 of Pentacles. So here's the thing. Emotionally, it's just like love and he's ready and he's there. They're on the same page. 10 of Cups, King of Cups. Like she sees the family. He's on the same page, all that good stuff. But he's a little worried because I think that when bad things happen, like what just happened in Rio de Janeiro, I think he feels shut out in the sense that he can't physically be there. He can't be there to support her. And if you're the King of Cups, this is a very supportive energy. This is like feeling like you're someone's partner and wanting to be able to be there for them emotionally. And if you can't because of this is his career. Duh, okay. And you can't because of your career, because of your commitments, it's like he just feels like really bad about that. He like hates that. It's making him feel really like sad, which I actually think is really sweet. But it's because this is how things are right now. They have to cope. Things are up in the air, literally. They're both traveling. They're flying around. So that's just clarifying that, where there might be some, from time to time when there are anxieties, I think it's more about that. But it's not really about like their connection. Now, which brings us back to what these first cards were about. Okay, let's see. Kaio, you had a great point when you were like, what? Like, all right. Working together. Positive. Very good. They work well together. It is interesting that there are three. It is interesting that there's been some controversy with Pia. The reason that now I'm thinking it's either Pia or someone else around them is because this is like things were going really well. Everybody was getting along. This was like the first energy. But then we had walking away, Ace of Swords. Someone is going to be cut out of their inner circle. Hopefully it's Pia or somebody like that, not like anyone in the family or anything. You know, I think because it's Pentacles, it's a work thing, or it'll be over money, something about money. But yeah, someone's going to cut somebody off. It's either Travis or it's Taylor. But there's somebody who started to show that they can't be trusted and they will be walking away. And this will be something that people can find out about. So I think we'll be able to like have confirmation of this, you know, like we'll find it on TikTok or, you know, someone will talk about it in Us Weekly. Like this will be something we'll see. So we're going to be seeing, you know, yeah, in the next 6 months, someone has been kicked out of their camp and it's because of like them trying to interfere, someone trying to interfere with this happy family energy, with all the positive things. And it could be Pia. I would not be surprised at all. Okay. Whew, that's that. Okay. I'm going to catch up on what you guys had to say. Then we are going to get some rest or do whatever we want to do on this Saturday night. Okay. Blaine. Pia Mia's PR agency partner's name is Jack Ketsoyan, and he is known for setting up PR relationships for up to 1 year. Oh, interesting. So I am not buying it. Okay, Blaine. You can Google it. He has admitted it. Ooh, interesting, Blaine. Very interesting. We will take that into consideration. Beth, yes, they are in a honeymoon phase, and that is difficult. Yeah, that's a difficult time to be separated. Totally. Especially if something goes wrong for one of them. It's like, yeah, you feel so bad not being able to like be there and want to like be there for them, you know, feeling shut out because of your work obligations. Totally makes sense. Good call, Beth. Diane, why would either of them need PR? Diane, good points were made. Kaio, true. I will start taking it more serious when the honeymoon stage is over. Haha. Oh, okay. We have doubters. Sage Moon, okay. Come through with the D, Blaine. Oh, that's so funny. Sage Moon, same. Yeah. Diane, ciao, LOL, right? Kaio, ciao. Yeah, is it Chow or Kaio? Oh my God, have I been saying it wrong this whole time? Embarrassing. If it's Chow, that's embarrassing. How long does the honeymoon phase last? Penny wants to know. Well, statistically, according to like relationship experts, it's a year until you transition to the next phase of like emotional commitment. That's what I've read. Chow or Kaio. I'm going to say Chow. I think I've been saying it wrong. How embarrassing. Their honeymoon stage will last longer because they can't see each other as often because their schedules. So not sure. That is true. When you're separated more, yeah, you don't have the time to like get, acclimated to each other. So it keeps things, fun and kind of like up in the air for longer, which that is good. Lawyer Moog, ours lasts forever. That's so cute. Oh, Michael, that's so sweet. All right. On that note, he's awake. Honey, we were taking bets. Everyone was wondering if you were asleep, awake. What was going on? You and Dolly. So sweet. All right, guys. Well, I love y'all. This was so fun. Nigel says Taylor and Travis are honestly mom and dad. I agree. I totally agree. Nigel, well said. Gwen, I remember when you first read about Travis and Taylor, you claimed it and it's endgame. It's a huge claim and I'm here for it. Gwen, oh my God, that's so funny. I did. Thank you for bringing that up and thank you for remembering that. Holy smokes. Yeah, I did a reading the first time it was even speculated and everybody was saying, everybody, like all the podcasters, everybody was like, there's no way this is real. Like, whatever. She showed up. It was like after she showed up to his first game, everyone was like, that was just for fun, for publicity. You know, she was being friendly. She always does like publicity things to be nice, and she loves charities and stuff and whatever. She just did it because she's on a break and wanted to like go see a game and stir up some controversy. And when I did the reading, I'll link it like below once this video posts on the channel. I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, like when I did the reading, it came through so strong. And I even was like, I'm just going to put myself out there and go on a limb. I'm just going to say, yeah, this is like very serious. And I got to say, the more it's unfolding, the more I'm like, your first reading's always right. Okay. Oh no, Laura, we just blew the game, the KU game. No. Oh, how sad. Oh, okay. Well, you know, we were on a high note. Life's full of highs and lows. Sorry, babe. Thanks for the tea, Brit. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. You guys, thank you. You guys brought tea. You brought insider facts. You brought music recommendations. This was fantastic. I had the best time hanging out with you guys. As always, y'all are just amazing. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. Get some rest, relax. We got Thanksgiving coming up, so we're all going to be eating and seeing people this week and busy. So try to get your rest if you can. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in a couple of days. We'll do another live. These are so fun. This was awesome. Oh, Gwen, thank you, Brit, always. Thank you. You guys are the best. Happy you got TS and TK right. I know, right? That was a big one. I had to get that one right. Dang it. When is the next chat? Let's see. Let's do another one. I've been doing Sunday tea, but that's too close. I feel like we need to let the headlines, you know, come out a little bit. So why don't we meet back here? Let me see. I have my calendar up on the wall over there. Look and see. Let's do Monday night at 7 Central. Monday night, 7 p.m. Central. Same time, same place, Monday the 20th. Let's hang out again. That'll be fun. We'll give them like one day. Give the celebs one day to make news. Okay, you guys. Y'all are the best. Y'all have a good night. Aw. Babu, you're so sweet. Thank you for sharing your time. You guys are the best. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Big hugs to all of you guys. Bye, everybody. This was fun. Y'all are the best. I miss y'all already. Bye.